Hey, welcome everyone. It's the Ardent Arena back with you. We're about to get into the juicy main meat and potatoes of the match. How are you guys? We got Muka, Kawa, and Rai. How's everyone doing today?
I
So
am
excited.
super excited to cast these games. It's gonna be an absolute blast. Cannot wait to see if there's any spicy decks that people have brought. So yeah, cannot wait. Cannot wait. Muka, how are you doing, my friend?
Brackets are looking crazy already. I don't know who's got predictions. Some people have already probably their boards are all messed up. Mine's looking pretty good. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but mine's looking pretty good.
My bracket's dead.
Right?
Luka.
Okay, yours is
It's shot. I'm done for.
Oh no.
The
That's
match-
exciting. We got some upsets.
Yeah.
People bringing. I told Kawa yesterday, Ryan Orphan, that I don't think anyone's coming with Shroud, and we had some people pull through the first round with Shroud.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
We love to
Were they-
see it.
Were they playing Brand or were they playing New Dawn?
I think it was Brand. I believe it
I
was.
think
Brand.
it was Brand. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Brand.
Okay.
So
It's exciting.
The more
very
variety,
exciting.
the better. We got
Oh,
all
for
the
sure.
matches coming. Should be a good day, and then we have another stream tomorrow. We got one on Sunday where we finish it out. This whole tournament's been crazy.
It really has been.
Super fun.
It's also good to get together with you guys now, you know?
Yeah,
It's great, man.
Look at the gang.
Mhm.
This is gonna be dangerous. This is gonna be dangerous.
We should start a
Too
bond.
powerful. We should, right here.
Yeah,
A
just the
host
four of
bond.
us.
You got the casters.
The cast.
No one is joining our
Yeah.
bond. We're not doing anything.
We're not allowed in, dude. That's why. I'm not allowed in. We earned this.
We'll take people's assets. But,
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay, all right.
But
I
but they
like
can't-
this. I like this.
Yeah, they can't play. They can't
Okay.
participate.
Submit our
Exactly.
applications to CL's DMs on Discord.
At CL.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be the best place to do it.
Well, what are you guys excited about now that we're talking playoffs? We had, as you mentioned, some upsets. What are you really excited when it comes to these upcoming matchups?
Personally,
Kyle, you
I'm-
want to go first?
yeah,
go.
personally, I'm really excited to see if we have any like I said earlier, interesting choices and decks that are brought that we haven't really seen before, right?
Right
Like
on.
obviously, when myself and Muka were casting yesterday, we predominantly saw the Marco and the Ogdencore. But yeah, I mean, I'm still a little bit upset that we didn't get to see Bounty's Shoshana because we waited
I
so long for it,
know.
and I was like, I
I heard
really,
a lot
really
of
want to
hype,
see it.
man.
Yeah.
We do
I was
have one today,
excited.
though. We
Oh,
do
we
have
do?
one today. Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. So yeah, that's the thing I'm most excited for, right? To see if anyone brought any spicy picks, see how well it can perform against what is essentially the meta decks at the moment. But yeah, I cannot wait to jump in.
You guys think?
Yeah, we
see
actually
John
have. We have. Well, we don't have John. We're not that daring. But we do
Yeah.
have. We do have an Iraq deck. We have
Do we
an
really?
Iraq.
Nice.
Yeah, we have an Iraq deck coming in.
Who's playing that?
Shoshana. Big Haas. He's coming in with both Shoshana and
Madman.
Iraq.
Oh my
So-
god!
What a Chad. That's
I
that's
love
incredible.
that. That's really cool.
Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy.
I love that.
Speaking
Okay,
of that, I
sweet.
think we have that graphic of the games that we're going to be bringing you today. We got coming up first Exius and Kartoa. Then we get into Big Hoss and Win Condition. And then Brazy and Beal.
Yeah, so we can show that off in a second when we transition over here. We'll do like a little bit of an overview of the playoff structure as well. But yeah, I guess the way things are going to work here for everyone that's watching is you're going to get some moments with Orphan and I, and then we're going to switch it over to our humble hosts here for the in-game play. So you'll have Muka and Kao on the other side.
Definitely. Yeah, lots of good matches. I didn't mean to cut off our glorious casters so soon. I just wanted to. I was too excited about these matches.
As you should be. All right.
And we got the full bracket. We were talking about upsets too, and the biggest upset of them all was Caveman beating out Kvac earlier today.
It's true.
That's the one that busted everyone's brackets. I'm pretty sure that we saw the chatter at least going.
It might be the one. It might be the one. But yeah, what an absolute underdog story upset. Caveman coming in with 2 wins against Kavak. And, you know, he was one of the play-ins last night for 32nd place. So you had the last seed, 32nd place versus the first seed of the playoffs. So congrats to Caveman, GG to both Kavak and Caveman. But yeah, it's probably got some people upset about their brackets. Muka sounded, you know, I don't think he was revealing his choices, but he sounded like his bracket wasn't broken. So
you might have called it.
Some might be able to imply what's going on there. But yeah, it's super, super exciting stuff.
I'm excited. I honestly, as a fan of storytelling, I want Caveman to battle his way all the way from place-ins up to the top and be some of the final matches of the tournament. That would be like such a Cinderella story.
Are you taking side bets, prime side bets right now?
Always. And I'm taking bribes for whatever power I may or may not have to influence how this tournament goes. I am full slumlord degen. I'll take anyone's money for anything.
This guy also accepts kombucha if anyone wants to take part.
I take drink sponsorships. Any rubber bands that you have, I'm running low, so I'll take office supplies. All sorts of stuff.
Sense. That's just smart, honestly.
What other matches are standing out to you in this in the bracket right now, right?
Well, I'm looking at, and someone pointed this out to me, and this is probably going to be helpful for other people too. If you look at the date and the time of the matches, that is when the matches can start. But in the case of a good example would be if you look at Austin White, I'm trying to find him on the list here. Austin White has 1 win, but they don't have additional games out of the best of 3 yet. So they get to actually, now Austin has 2 wins. So now he's on. Just a little while ago, he had 1. So, but there was, what I'm assuming was a bit of a delay because they get to choose when they want their next matches to be. So this whole tournament setup and the tournament app itself has been extremely, extremely specialized to everything that you see going on here. So hats off to the developers and everyone on the Parallel side and Echelon side that has helped develop this. Because this is a fantastic resource, not just for this tournament, but all future-facing tournaments as well.
Yeah, if this is the very first tournament and this is how the app works and how everything is planning out, it's pretty crazy. Everything's going so well. And speaking of looking at the bracket, some of these matches are awesome. Like Austin White taking out Eternal, that's a great
big one.
Firekeeper moving forward over. Man, I don't even say
Sulk.
Sulk? You know him?
I don't personally. I'd like to get to know him though.
We should, anyone who wants to get to know us.
We got
Nick.
iRacers Chocobos is a good one too, because iRacers in 3rd right now, or was in 3rd on the standings. And then our last match that we're highlighting tonight on the stream, Brazy versus Beal. That's going to be a banger. So.
Alliteration intended.
I mean, maybe. You know how much I love alliteration.
Yeah, the Brazy Beal banger.
All right,
we've got first up coming though. Speaking of the bracket, speaking of the games we're bringing you tonight, we got Exius versus Kartoa coming right up. What do we got here? We got a couple Workshop, couple Marcolian.
Yeah,
looks pretty standard. And the cast last night. Kawa and Muka were taking us through kind of the intricacies of these decks and how they fare in both mirror matches and the little tech changes that can make the difference.
Exactly.
What do you expect to see, Ryan?
I mean, I'm sure we'll see a couple mirrors there. I actually, when it comes to Muka and Kawa's commentary too, those guys have been crushing it. So it's great to have like more technical understanding of the game too, and understanding what's going to be played and what to look out for. So even for the non-technical, non-pro people, they're bringing the sauce. So hats off to those guys as well. But I mean, at this point, I would say maybe we should get into it.
We definitely could.
All
we
right.
can definitely get into someone who knows what cards and what their names are more than us.
What are you talking about, dude?
We got the vibe. We know Spooky Ghostman, but we're sending it straight over to the casters.
Workshop Online. Combat Protocol.
All right, guys.
Going all the way through. cutting into our time, Kawa.
I know, man. Disgraceful. Disgraceful. Come on, we want to see some cards. All right, here we go. So we have the Encore versus Marco for the first matchup here. And I do believe, is this Exius on the
we have
Marco?
Exius against
on the
Cartoha.
Ogden. Yeah, he's on the Ogden.
Yep. Surprising that Cartoha brought the Marcolian out. We talked yesterday, right? How like usually you want to do the mirror match. It feels like with the workshop, right? Because if you go into the Marco, you could get stalled a little bit, which could suck. But you know, Cartoha's choosing to just ram through with the Marco and see if he can sneak out a win. So he's really happy. If he can get that, it'd be really awesome.
Yeah, starting off with the trigger happy, it seems.
Yeah.
Not a bad starting hand, honestly. I mean, has the one drop.
Oh my gosh, Exius 3 anti-organic pulses at the start of this game. Oh, man, that does not feel good with all the board wipes in his hand. But let's see what I mean. He's gonna have to. I don't even know what he does here. Does he just hit one into it? If he hits one into it and leaves it, he's kind of being like I don't really have much for you, because he has 2 7-cost cards in it. Okay, so he hits with the face, a little bluff, right? That like, oh, you know, I could, I prioritize the face damage. Maybe Cartoha can read that like as I have to waste some time killing off this gunslinger now.
Sure. So on Cartoha's side, decides to bank the crack shot, puts out the Bannerman. And the
heavy weapons team.
Heavy weapons.
Sure that assault no matter what. So this is looking pretty good, man. Exius can't even. I mean, with back in the day, you could be able to Reclamator bank into the Wong, but now it's costing 5. You can't even do that. And he probably doesn't want to bank anything outside the Reclamators. He might literally have to just not blind, but naked bank the Reclamator and leave it. He's gonna do the anti-organic pulse instead and hold on to these 2 Reclamators in his hand, not doing anything. But yeah, at least he draws 1 combo piece, the instant replicator there. So we'll have to see if he can keep this going. I mean, his only hope at this moment is Cartoha getting a little aggressive and maybe overplaying his hand a bit and into an anti-organic pulse.
Sure. We see Cartoha playing down the Machinist, drawing into the Longbow. Has a pretty good board at the moment. Yeah, like unfortunately, Exius just doesn't have any answers. Like, no PSA, no real board presence at all. Like, there's just nothing here, which is so unfortunate.
Yeah, but Cartoha does bank. I mean, he drew into a Longbow, but he did bank one. So, I mean, it's getting tough. But if Exius can hold out a little longer, he could get a good board wipe. And if Cartoha reads this board as like, I can get really aggressive, and you know, we see the Fire Support Base come out, and even the Lemieux, and if Exius can survive all that, then he could just get a really, really good anti-organic pulse and get back in this game. I mean, it's nice that he's getting a defender now. He might go double defender here. We'll have to see what he decides to do. I don't think it's worth bringing out the 2-3, the 2-5, but he might do it. He's deciding. Yep, he's gonna bring out the artillery. So he's gonna kill a unit. He probably will kill the Vengeful Ally then. That would be the best reason to do so. So that if you play the defender, that he could Cartoha could ram some of his units in and make that Vengeful Ally too tough to deal with, maybe. So I understand. Oh my god, Cartoha banking all of his longbows. He doesn't feel like he needs them, I guess, at this point.
Yeah, it feels like the board is wide enough. I think going for the 2-5 on Exius side was probably the right decision as well, because could have been afraid of Bannerman kind of growing quite exponentially to kind of get over the defender unit, and then also it doesn't like it doesn't actually kill it off as well, right? Because it's gonna go over three health most likely.
Yeah,
but definitely putting on the pressure here for Exius. Board is still pretty large. We could see Lemieux come out next turn. If you really want to push the face damage, but yeah, I think the only way Exius is kind of coming back is he has to survive until he can get this AOP out.
Well, he only needs 2 more turns, right? So he could Wong here and maybe appear as like he's starting to gain a board and be a little bit of a threat. Which I think he's probably going to Wong first Ocular Implant, and then he's going to Wong here, which works, especially if it buffs another unit. It could be very, very nice. He draws into a kill switch, so he might decide to switch his play, but I don't know. I think I still like the Wong. Appear a little bit aggressive, get him to overextend, get that Lemieux out maybe, and then or anti-organic pulse next turn. But he might be trying to hold on to the Wong and like bait with other cards, so that he can play Wong after anti-organic pulse.
Yeah, that might be better because I feel like if you throw out the Wong now, you kind of say, okay, just like hit into my dude, or you're just gonna hit my face. Then I AOP. Then what do I do after the AOP? Like, what do I actually do if I get to that stage?
Yeah. I mean, not that much damage on the board for Cartoa now. He has definitely gotten slowed down. He only has 2 damage to face, with the 1 heavy weapons team damage.
Yeah.
So now it's like, this might work in Exodus's favor in that Cartoa might read this as like, okay, I just need to keep pushing. Like, there's not much here. Maybe he takes the, you know how Marcolian, how they start, what's the word I'm looking for? When they just zone in, like they're just like, all right, I'm doing face and nothing else. We saw that happen a bunch yesterday with some of these Marco players that like, all right, this is all I got, and I'm just gonna do this.
Get some
And
smork action.
yeah, exactly.
Only face.
Yeah. So we see the Lemieux. So that is push. He is pushing damage here.
You know, I
think the 2/5 defender.
I think I get it because from Carthoa's side, he's seen Exius bank 2 AOPs. Like, okay, they don't. There's no shot they have the other one in the hand. You know what I mean? It's like that.
Well, we can't see that he can't see that the AOPs are banked, but he did see a bunch of empty turns.
True.
That like oh, I don't know what this is. The kill switch, you could double kill switch here and just almost reset the board. And leave Cartoha to build even more, and then he could AOP. I mean, he's looking for the perfect AOP, like, but at a certain point, his life gets so low that it doesn't even matter, which I think has already happened. There is 3, 6, 9, 12 damage in Cartoa's hand, so like unless this gets controlled this turn, it's just going to get out of control now. I mean, he probably has to AOP or full clear the board. He's attacking with the Black Market Fixer, seeing if it can hit face. Gets blocked by the fire support base. Now he's just going to anti-organic pulse. He was trying to see, can I squeeze in some damage a little bit? But he decides, I have to wipe this. I wish he kept 1 more anti-organic pulse because it's still tough. Like, he needs to protect from 2 damage now. No token coming out right now. Oh, he does draw into a defender, which is pretty good. But,
On Carthoa's side, it seems like it's gonna just be burn to get the victory, right? We did see a crack shot get banged, so can't top deck into another crack shot. But with the heavy weapons, even just you get a bannerman out there. I think you probably do it by doing maybe if you do heavy weapons heavy weapons, maybe 1 crack shot on a longbow to try and get some board presence out there, and then if some of the tokens stick, you can just finish off with the rest of the burn in your hand, or what are you thinking?
Interesting. I probably would have gone for the bannerman and some burn here.
Okay.
But he's opting to just longbow. He banks his bannerman. And he will probably just play the heavy weapons team to try to guarantee assault. That's pretty good. Like, I think the heavy weapons team is good here. I like this.
I think this play is good.
Yeah. I think either way, he's definitely in a huge advantage right now. Like, this is his game to lose. Exius has a pretty tough spot right now. He's gonna get hit by an assault next turn. There's 3, 6, 9 damage, and then the 1 more from the heavy weapons team. He literally has 1 life to try to make this work. So any top deck from Cartoa will end this game. I mean, he will definitely probably go on 2 defenders, and I think you're definitely gonna see a kill switch. Yep, on this Nestor token. Very nice. So he's got a wall. I mean, he's got 1 damage, but he's nowhere near his OTK. Literally only has drawn 1 piece. And he's probably gonna lose most of his he's gonna be probably at like 1 life here. Cartoa's not gonna unload everything here, but essentially from our screen, he has 1 life. So something just needs to be drawn. He needs to kill the heavy weapons. Oh my gosh.
It's not a bad pickup for Cartoa here.
Too bad. Yeah, he's just gonna Wong. See what my other options are. Like, he just needs heavy weapons team to literally stay on board 1 more turn, and then he takes the game. I like how he's playing it. He's not revealing that, like, hey, I have game. Now it's game. Now it's just game. Yeah. So this is the problem, like, with Exius, unfortunately, he didn't draw well in the beginning, right? He drew like 3 board clears in the beginning, something you never want to see going into a tournament. And he gave Cartoa enough room that, like, Marco usually by the end, if we're hitting like mid to late game, the game plan changes to like if I'm not smorking you with my units, like I'll just finish you with hand damage, and that's what he has.
Sure, yeah. I mean, this is just game either way, right? Like,
Yeah. Same with the one. He'd end this if he could, but now he's got to wait one more turn, and Exius will not have anything. He draws into his second piece of the whole game between 8 turns. It's kind of tough.
yeah, it was just a rough start for Exius, honestly. Like, I so tough seeing the 3 board clears in the opening hand.
Oh yeah, the rest of the OTK is literally sitting at the bottom of the deck, being like, "We're coming," and they're like, "When? When are you coming?" But yeah, I mean, the main thing here to keep in mind is like Exius has to, keep his cool. There's only one game. Reset for the next one. Don't get tilted because you drew like really bad the first game. Those are like we talked about yesterday, right? Like going from seeding round to like a tournament setting, right? So like, what does that mean? And this is part of it, right? It's not always going to go the way you want, and if you can, you got to somehow make it happen so that you can be okay. I mean, because this turn he's gonna see damage coming from the hands and be like, "Oh my god, like what was I supposed to do?" But he's doing his best. Like you see him clearing out everything here that he can. He's gonna activate the kill switch with Squad Trader. He's gonna kill off the probably other heavy weapons team. He's thinking about Wong. Yeah, there you go. Other heavy weapons team. He's trying to do everything he can to stop Kartoa from continuing, but he can't do it.
It's not going to be enough, unfortunately. Yeah.
But good play from him. Yeah, this will be game. Unless we see Kartoa like cannot count, but he definitely is. There we go. So this will be the game 1.
GG's to both players there, yeah. Also really interesting that like Kartoa just had all of his burn pretty early on, right? Like
Yeah. It was a very good game for Kartoa. It was a very frustrating game for Exius. So, I mean, what's nice is it's gonna go workshop right into Marcolian probably, unless Exius is like, I want to play workshop again.
Yeah.
But either way, he's seen this matchup. He saw it yesterday a bunch, so he's familiar with it. We just have to see like how it performs. There's not really too much to add about the matchups. Like Kartoa's deck was almost felt similar to what we saw from Exius yesterday, right? Simple, straight to the point. This is what I do, and it wins. And that's what he did. He just played the cards that came to him. Good choice on prioritizing the heavy weapons team in the workshop matchup. We saw Exius do that yesterday too, and that led to him getting some good wins. And it worked for Kartoa here too.
Yeah, I think, like you said, as we saw yesterday, Exius's lineup with his Marco into Ogden we thought was pretty good because it was just like it just did what it needed to do, right? So I feel like Exius is probably gonna switch to Marco. Maybe not. Like I feel like the Marco into the Ogden might be the easier match in Exius's mind, judging from how he kind of played yesterday and how I feel like he might have felt a little bit more comfortable in that matchup because when it's Ogden versus Ogden, we've talked about it already. It's pretty much just the race. Who gets there first, So yeah, gonna be interesting to see. What
I think he definitely brings the workshop too.
I
think so too. I could see that for sure. That's what we get is the mirror match. It's probably easier for Exius to go that way.
Yep. All right.
All right, so we're gonna pass this off to Ryan Orphan while the next game is getting set up. So you guys will see us in a second.
Wow. Holy smokes. I realize our faces are pills right now, but
we're pilled up, dude.
We're pilled up every day.
Bro, is there literally a worse hand than 3 anti-organic pulses?
The second I saw that, I was like, oh, bro. Oh, no.
Congrats to Kartoa on taking the first match there, but good gracious. Like, what was it literally 3 anti-organics and then 2 reclamators?
Yeah, something like that. It wasn't ideal. And you hate to see it too, because like these games are so close. Like even the play-ins yesterday, some of them were down to literally the last hand to win the whole thing.
Mhm.
So, you know, I know we all want to see great games, but we also want to see like ideal hands so that they can play the best game they possibly can.
It would be great to see absolute juice from both players all the time, but
Goodness.
that's just them's the breaks, brother.
It
And
is. It
speaking
is.
of, we have a couple winners and losers coming through on the bracket. What
Yeah.
kind of updates do you see here, Rye?
Let's see here. Was DT already a winner and Nick already a winner? I don't remember versus the last time we just looked at it, but I'm seeing a lot of green there, which is great. And then we have Big Hoss and Win Condition coming up next as well.
Mhm.
And I know Big Hoss was playing some spice with the two Paragons that he chose. So that is going to be a great little matchup coming up next year. But yeah, this is a quick look at what you're about to see. So we see Lemmy and Workshop on Win Condition side, and then Shoshana and Rack on Big Hoss's side. So I am very excited to see how this is going to work out, because obviously this isn't your typical matchup. It's not the meta that Big Hoss is playing.
Mhm.
So that could potentially throw Win Condition a little bit.
It could. Let's yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't even know what to expect anymore.
Who are you pulling for number one? That's what I want to know.
Caveman. Caveman's my dude.
Uncle Caveman.
Yeah, he's my dude. But
We do like
still
Caveman.
have, hopefully we have another 2 games. Maybe we just have one from Kartoa and Exius running it back. We'll just have to see. We'll have to see what happens. Hopefully there's better draws. I'll say that much.
Yeah, I hope so too. So yeah, Big Hoss and Win Condition are next, and then we have Brazy versus Beal after that. The Lords, the Wizard of Oz on the Echelon side can tell us, you know, if we're gonna see more of Exius and Kartoa. But with that being said, I think we're gonna flip it back over to our boys, Muka and Kawa, for the next matchup.
Greetings from
Yeah,
the
we
Arctic
are.
Core.
We're gonna send it.
Greetings from the
We're gonna
Arctic Core.
send it right on over. Right now.
Thank
Welcome back,
you,
everybody.
Ryan Orphan, for that amazing segue
Thank you
over
for sending
to the
it.
game. All
We got
right,
the workshop mirror match, Kawa. This is it. This is the race.
let's hope there's no more AOP in the open hand. Let me tell you.
Yeah. I mean, Exius. I think we're looking at Exius's first based on the avatars that we see on our screen, the muffled versions. But he's got the Hardling pilot. Looks like he's going to keep the Keth. After seeing 3 AOPs, it's a tough decision when you see a piece of the OTK in front of you. You're like, oh man, like I almost want to hold on to this thing for dear life because I didn't see it last time. But not too bad starting hands out of both sides. Going really quick, Exius with the Hardling pilot, the Ocular Implant, the Jury-Rig Juggernaut, and the Instant Replicator, and the Mercenary Gunslinger. So he has 2 pieces of the combo. And then going to Kartoa really quick, the Hardling pilot, the Wong, Anti-Organic Pulse, the Kill Switch, and the Reclamator, and he banks the Anti-Organic Pulse. So his is a little bit like not maybe as strong, but still pretty good overall. Oh man, Exius is full vengeance drawing OTK pieces now, more faster than ever.
Yeah,
1
getting
damage to that
Gunslinger
hard
out.
length. Yep.
Makes sense.
This feels much better than the last game when he put the Gunslinger out in the beginning, and he's like, "Oh, that's it." What's really crazy to see here in this mirror match, actually, Kawa, is the scanner probe. If it's able to really kind of set off, he could give away kind of like dead pieces for combo pieces, essentially, especially since he has the Jury-Rig Juggernaut.
Oh, for sure. Could definitely, yeah, it could be used really effectively here. We see Exius bank the Graphene Battery.
It's 2 pieces in.
Yeah, gonna play the probe, it seems.
Let's see. Are we lucky? Okay, so that's not what we want. So he's gonna probably let him have that. Yeah, he does not need a collateral damage. There's no relics in this matchup. So I mean, it works out for him. He knows there's knowledge that he's drawing a dead card. Kartoa is gonna draw a card that cannot be used, really. So that comes along too. And Kartoa will be probably killing off the scanner probe. He doesn't want that to go off. So not too bad overall. I mean, these guys are kind of resetting a little bit. There we go. And he draws into another ocular implant, which is nice. But and he'll probably play another hardling pilot into another ocular implant.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And I think we're gonna see Exius do the same thing, like just hard link into. I mean, he could go. No, he doesn't have a reclamator, so yeah, he'll definitely be doing the same thing. Unless he draws something out of the ordinary. And I think these guys are both. What kind of goes into mind is like we talked about with the mirror match yesterday. Is once you start approaching that first set of turn 4s, like you almost don't want to give away too much because you just don't want to like set it up where it's like, oh man, I'm gonna lose a unit for nothing.
Yeah.
And they're hitting that right now, so they're both thinking like, should I even play anything, or should I hold on to my resources so that I can get something a little better? And he's, oh my god, he's gonna black market fix for this hardline pilot. I was thinking maybe
I thought we were gonna hold that
switch?
for the. I was expecting we're gonna hold the BMF
for the token.
The token, yeah.
So that is an interesting one. And a reclamator all instantly into a Wong. So that's really good for Kartoa. He was a little behind on the OTK, but he's already drawn a Keth, and he'll be able to draw up to 4 cards on this Wong. How many are we getting? We got 3 and 2 more pieces. So he's I think now ahead of Kartoa in terms of OTK war.
Yeah, and that Wong became a 7/7.
Yeah, that's really good.
Man, Wong is such a good card. It's so
very
powerful.
good.
Especially in a deck like this when there is pretty much one of each card type, and it's I'd say pretty consistent that you hit it a lot of the time.
Exius is just missing a Keth. That's all he needs. He goes for the hard linked kill switch. Something that I thought we were gonna see. I wish he did it the turn before, because the way it would have worked is Kartoa would have been like, I don't know if I want to play Wong, because if I pick the 2/5 and I kill the hard linked, then he just kills my Wong. It makes the decision a little difficult. Like Kartoa might have been like, I don't know what defender I don't know what token to bring out or whatever. But this way, it's just Exius made it awkward for himself, because now he doesn't have an answer to either card immediately. I guess he's probably, is he going to? Okay, he's gonna do. I was like, is he gonna? He could have triggered his own kill switch if he wanted to, kill the hard link outright, and then salvage it onto his 2/5 and at least get the Wong out of the way. So, I mean, I think there were better options. I don't think that was either way he played this was the right way.
That could have been an interesting play. I do think, the turn earlier, I think we should have kept the BMF for the token.
Yeah.
But that play is actually interesting as well. I don't know if you often think about doing that, but triggering your own kill switch to kill off a 7/7, that actually seems an option, right? Like it's definitely something you can consider doing.
Yeah, I mean, regardless, like in the mirror match, I will say there's not too much that like Kartoa can do to get out of this, right? Like he has to attack, so he's like, I'm just gonna attack with the Wong because he's gonna kill the Wong anyways, and now I have one unit that can stay on the board. So it is what it is. Like this, it's not as strong out of Exius, but at least it works out a little bit for him in this sense. Black market fixer draw.
We just see a
so there's one answer
from Kartoa.
Yeah. Kartoa doing nothing is actually kind of crazy too. Talked about it. We've said it before, right? If you don't do something, you're almost giving an advantage to the workshop, and Kartoa gave a little breathing room to Exius after what we called kind of like a misplay, right? So this could work out in his favor to start getting a little bit more edge. He has the ocular implant if he wants to test the draw. He can PSA, or he banks it. He could have PSA'd the 2/2, but he's just gonna run into it.
Sure.
And his choice here is either the defender with the hard linked or the defender with the automation expert, or both. He might do both. He's like, I have 2 units with upgrades. I'm not worried about anti-organic pulse. All right. And it probably doesn't even feel that good to AOP this.
Yeah. That's a pretty good turn. I mean, with the ocular implant, you can kind of argue like, oh, maybe you want to try to get some extra draw now to put it on the token. But putting on the hard link is just so much better, right? Because of that salvage.
Yeah.
It's protected with shielded as well, so it's never going to die. You're pretty much guaranteed a card draw, and then you're guaranteed another card draw. So always the right decision there, in my opinion.
Works out. No, totally agree. And he has a defender. It becomes a defender now. Very nice. Kartoa has a full hand, and he's just like, All right, what do I play? So he's just gonna go for the black market fixer. Is he gonna take out the hard link? Yep, the hard link will go. He gets to pass that ocular implant. Gonna pass it onto the Nestor token.
And that's pretty much it. I mean, Kartoa
Yeah.
could throw out a hard link if he wants to. But
Nah, I mean,
nothing,
he has to,
great to really
I think,
combo with it or anything. Yeah.
yeah. He did he bank already? I don't know if he's banked yet.
No, it hasn't banked yet. No.
Yes. So he might be able
Reclamator.
to Reclamator. Okay, he's gonna
Let's hope
attach the amperage to it to do 1 damage across the
Oh,
board.
Amperage. Yeah, sorry.
Yep,
My
yep.
bad.
Oh, you're good. It's not a
that's
card
the
very
combo. Wait,
seen often.
That's the combo, right? For Kartoa now? That's the last graphene, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's it. He
Yeah.
just has to bank them both now, and then he's there. Exius is not far behind. He's only missing a Kethrexamine himself. If he draws that, he also will have the OTK. I think you're gonna start to see a lot of defender tokens come out.
Yeah. Yeah, because in 2 turns, Kartoa has the combo, but before then, we're gonna see the defender token come out for.
Yeah,
for
he
Exius.
could bring he could bring it out as soon as now. Like if he no he can't. He can't Reclamator because it's not. He did. He chose.
No. Yeah.
This is interesting because he chose to keep the Keth for a while. Like he's had it for turns. If he had banked it early, I believe depending on the there is a situation where he could Reclamator into it early into his Jury Rig Juggernaut, but he definitely can't do that right now. And surprising, Exius lets his 1/1 die. I was gonna say almost like Squad Trader at first, and then that could possibly die, but he just chooses to kill off the black market fixer and such. And he's gonna activate his Squad Trader. And he's gonna kill a defender. That is, I don't know about that one. Interesting.
Yeah, that's actually kind of.
That's
I think
ballsy.
you really need to value the defender tokens in this matchup.
Yeah.
I think, right? Because it's like pretty much your only protection against the OTK.
He literally, if Kartoha had it all set up, he had game. That is, it's super brave. Easy that I saw that. Exius is playing super risky.
Yeah, what's the best setup we see from Kartoa here coming into? Because obviously,
he has his OTK set up now, right?
Yeah.
So he just has to put pressure on the board, which is what we see with the assembly foreman. He's at that 8 energy mark, so now he can start killing, wasting cards from his bank because he'll always be at 8. So if he can just pile on pressure now and make it look like really, really tough, Exius will probably read that as okay, I need to clear the board, and then Kartoa could just be like, I got game. And also, do
you think this might be the bait? Do you think he's also summoning the 3/3 token to do you think Exius ever
be like, I don't have it? I don't think so. I don't think that's the read. I don't think that's the read because I think it's kind of known that assembly foreman at this point is kind of played to keep some rotation into your bank and stuff like that. Him not going for a defender is also crazy. These guys just are sitting here just I could get OTK'd, but it's okay. We're just gonna clear the board. That's kind of wild to me, but Exius can full clear here with the kill switch, which is nice. This is actually really good. And he gets the last choice out of a token, so he goes for the defender here, which will be really, really nice. That puts him at a point where he can be a little bit safer. And Kartoha now is probably going to be like, okay, if he AOPs, then that immediately tells Exius that okay, he has OTK, and it comes up on Exius being like, okay, do I have something to bait another AOP if there is one? That's what he has to kind of figure out.
Wait, imagine. I can't remember how many.
He's wasting a bank card. I don't know about that. Because he's only at 6 energy, right? So he's kind of telling... This is kind of telegraphing that maybe I don't have it.
Yeah, because I was going to say, if there was already 3 graphenes in Exius's bank, then I'm pretty sure Keth top deck would have won.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would. Yeah. There's AOP.
Yeah. So Exius knows now. Oh man, if we see a Keth top deck now and it can't be done, it's gonna be so sad.
That'd be tough. Oh man. It'd be crazy in Planetfall if we get an upgrade that makes a unit a defender. That'd be absolutely wild.
And is banking the card to show it as well.
Here we go. So he has to also, he's probably also thinking like, okay, if he has it, what do I do? And honestly, so there's games where I just play the hard link and just try to trick my opponent to be like, oh, it has defender, because sometimes players forget that it needs an upgrade attached to it. So I like that he played the hard link. Squad trader drawn, so that's not it. So I think, yeah, you see Exius looking, he's like, that's not what I wanted. He's probably gonna pull kill switch and activate kill switch to draw. That's my bet. Yep, there we go. He's gonna activate the squad trader, kill off his scrap heap salvager, kill switch the hard link, and draw 2 and be like, was it there? Is it here?
Still not
We already
enough,
know this
though,
one's
right?
done.
Yeah,
Urtoa has it.
It's just done.
Nah. Oh,
There's the
there it
king.
was.
Oh no.
There's those in the bank. I mean, he wouldn't have been able to do it because he drew into it, like he had the squad trader, so he still needed one more turn. But yeah, he drew into it. It's a little too late. Kartoa is gonna come in with the hammer. Let's see it. Show it.
Yeah, that is going to be game.
He's gonna do it now. Now.
Play the card.
There we go. Okay. I guess a little pizzazz here.
This is the BM right now. Yeah.
This is the thematics. It's a little bit. All right, throw the bank. Let's see the bank. Man, Kartoa is really like making us work for this.
Yep. And
Oh my god, just play it.
literally just waiting. Oh my
He's like triple checking his bank. He's like, is it? Wait, what? Wait, he had it. Wait,
maybe he doesn't have it. Wait, is there one graphene missing?
Wait. Did we miscount? Wait, no way.
Wait.
Okay, well, Exius has it. Wait, I thought we counted perfectly that he had it. Was he missing a graphene?
He might have been missing a graphene.
Okay. Exius has it then. There's a game. Oh, my god. We debated you as casters. We debated. We counted wrong. I can't. He looked at his bank, so he knew he didn't have it then. Oh, man. All right, we're going to go straight into Ryan Orphan for the next game where they can yell at us for not counting correctly.
Caster vision,
What just happened, dude? We got reverse OTK'd by the casters. It's like they were playing the game, and then the casters were playing the other game, and then I don't know where I'm at right now, frankly.
Listen, I'm over here writing down notes. I'm watching. I'm like taking their word for it. I did not expect that. I thought Kartoa had it in hand.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
I'm completely juked out right now.
You know what? It's all about the drama, baby. That's what we do here at the Ardent Arena. We might fabricate it.
It's called show business. In case anyone watching, it's called the show business.
Are you not entertained?
We do a little of it.
That's right.
And
it could have been by design, dude.
It definitely was. The best part of it is that now we get a game 3. You know.
That's right. That's right. Always looking for the silver lining. That's what I like about you.
Yeah, it's me, optimist.
Wow, what an OTK war that was. That was nuts, man.
That was fun. It was really fun to listen to Kawa and Muka explain that too, because I don't even have Jury Rig Juggernaut in my collection, so I don't play it very much. So listening to how that mirror match goes is crazy. It's very interesting, and the mind games about playing defenders, tipping if you have the combo or not, like that's all nuts.
I know. So, it did seem brazen to keep playing the assault versus the defender, but let's get over to them again for game 3.
Oh my god. I have a notepad. I have a notepad now. So we're ready. Ready this time.
I'm ready.
We got the workshop versus the Marco here. Exius has seen this time and time again. Let's see, will he pull it out this just as he did in the plans? We're seeing his mulligan. He's got 2 PS8s and the Crimson Fleet Machinist. He's just gonna keep 1 PS8 and 1 Machinist, it looks like. Dude, we gotta count better this time, Kawa.
Don't worry, I'll double check the count. I got you. If I'm not mistaken,
no spectator mode, we can't click.
Exius is running the orbital strike, right? That's what we saw yesterday. It was Exius, wasn't it? I do believe so.
No
Yeah.
Lancer tank, and
Mhm.
I mean, I don't have notes from yesterday, so let's not. We are bad for credit right now in the parallel world. But I believe he's running an orbital strike. Well,
Yeah.
he's not running Lancer. That's I know that
Mhm.
for sure.
Yeah, it did not.
But
I'm pretty sure it's the orbital strike here, so that might come out to play here.
yeah, I'm about to start counting. I have a pen and paper this time. I'm literally ready to see a combo piece. None drawn in Cartoa's hand, though, unfortunately. He's got the Reclamator, Amperage, the Anti-Organic Pulse, 2 Hardling Pilots, and the Assembly Foreman. So I mean, it's not a bad hand, but it's not a great hand.
Yeah, I don't think it's I don't think it's a bad hand at all. I mean, against Marco as
No.
well, having shielded units is like it's pretty good, right?
No, it is definitely good, and he's
Yeah.
got the Reclamator. So I mean, he's thinking right now: do I use it early and play double Hardlink, or do I use it early and play my Assembly Foreman and go aggro? His other option was to hold on to the Reclamator and maybe turn 2 attach 1 Hardling Pilot with an Amperage to actually try to clear out some of this Markolian board. But he actually opts to go the double Hardlink. He's like, if you kill one, I have another, so it's fine, and he can trade the other. So this is pretty good. This is a good option for him, making Exius's turn 2 not abundantly clear. He has the improvised tactics if he wants to draw, which it looks like he wants to. He's hitting
Yeah.
phase.
It's the only good play, and it's not even a great play, but it's like I think it's actually the best thing that we can do. It's annoying though because yes, we can't clear off one of the Hardling pilots.
Yeah. But he's gonna bank the neutron. He sees 2 shielded units. He's like, this isn't going off. I need to keep drawing. And he hits into 1 Hardlink pilot with the Crimson Fleet Machinist. So he opts to keep his units and be a little aggressive as much as he can. Looking at Kartoa's hand, he has the he draws into the Squad Trader and he has the Ocular Implant. So he could play it on his second Hardlink pilot that still is fresh with 2 health and keep the Defender and keep the other one safe. He actually puts it on the 1/1 to force that attack, I guess. Well, he could. I mean, he could trade and draw. That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna trade it to the Machinist.
Yeah.
And now he puts it on the other one.
Yeah, I think you want to do it on the one that is about to die, because then you get the good draw value out of it.
Yeah.
2 AOPs in the hand of Kartoa at the moment. So, if Exius does manage to get wide board, we have answers. One of them was banked though.
Yeah.
But it's not too bad.
It's tough to hold on to 2, Kawa. Like,
yeah, it is. It's hard.
Especially at turn 2. Like that's kind of, I don't fault them for getting rid of it. Exius had a really tough decision the first game. But was that a PSA he drew into?
Yeah, I'm banked.
And that goes in bank. He'll hit with the crack shot. And then I think he just goes heavy weapons, trigger happy. Calls it a day. Nice board. Gets him keep the assaults. Keep moving. The solar grenade. Scrap Heap Salvager drawn by Kartoha here. His plays don't feel as clear. But what's nice is he can draw. He can do the hard link draw thing again if he wants to. But like I said, his board is not exceptionally clear to him on like what is the right move. And this is where we're gonna see like the skill of these players come into play. What do they value the most? We'll be able to tell with the bank, and we'll also be able to tell like what is the game plan from here on out. This is a really, really good turn to see that. Squad Trader going into the bank, it looks like.
Yeah, I think we might see a. Oh, okay.
Yep, he's gonna do the Amperage clear.
Amperage,
he could trade it into the Trigger Happy Trooper. Amperage goes off, deals 1 damage to all enemy units, so the Trigger Happy Trooper dies. And the Amperage goes in the back in the bank, so he's 1 energy up, so he can Wong next turn. So that's not bad.
He's gonna token next turn as well, so probably in a pretty good position here.
Yeah, that'll be a very strong turn. You're gonna see the longbow probably come out here.
Yeah,
with the Trigger Happy Trooper.
Makes sense. Wants to establish some board presence here. Throws out the trooper as well.
Definitely a Lemieux setup for next turn. 1 graphene drawn. All right, I'm writing it. One.
I'm noting it down.
It's on paper. We're not doing it this time.
Yeah, only 1 combo piece for the moment though, so bit of a slow start, but I mean,
Yeah.
we say that, but still has some good cards. I mean, has the Wong to further cycle through the deck.
Mhm.
Has the AOP to answer the big board. Like, I
No,
don't,
this
I
is
don't think
good.
this is. Yeah, I think it's still
This is
a decent start for Kartoa, honestly.
Yeah, he opts to play the hard link with the kill switch. A
Mhm.
defender, it's nice play, and he can cycle the kill switch. Overall, really good. He's deciding what to bank, and I assume the reason for that is he's like, do I Reclamator into Assembly Foreman and put a 3/3? That's the only thing I'm thinking is why he's considering that. Otherwise, he would have just
Sure.
banked the Graphene, and I think he's
Yeah.
gonna do it. Yep, he's opting. Let's see. He's definitely gonna be wasting a card from his bank, so we'll see here. Yep, so that was the amperage we saw go because
Yep.
he doesn't have a revealed card in his bank anymore. And he's got the 3/3. So he's going to be a little aggressive here, and he gets a token. Do you think he gets the artillery or the defender?
I mean, artillery can kill off the
Artillery
heavy
kills
weapons, but
yep.
like,
I think that's what he's gonna do actually. Once
yeah,
I looked at the board and I saw that, I'm like, yep, this is gonna
yeah.
no more a free assault, but he still gets to get it. Oh, he kills off the
Oh,
trigger
the
after
trooper.
trooper. That would have given assault also. So
True,
that's
true.
fine. Yeah. I think that's fair. A second fire base drawn by Exius.
Not a bad pickup, honestly. I mean, it's an option to do instead of Lemmy here.
Yeah. And I think I kind of like that considering there is a kill switch on deck, but
Mhm.
it still doesn't feel good, right? Because then you're going to lose your fire base, which sucks. This is it is a tough return for him. I mean, he might have to probably working out like, do I do the determined assault and kill off a unit instead? If he fire bases and trades into the hard link, fire base dies, then he's left with a 0/4 and a 1/1.
Yeah, it's
The
not
1/1 can kill the
great.
2/1. Yeah, it's not that great. So he opts for the
Mhm.
Lemieux instead. He's gonna kill the hard link this way. He's like, that's fine. Kill my Lemieux.
Mhm.
Kartoha deciding. Ooh, kills the
Good defender.
longbow.
Yeah.
He gets to put the kill switch. He's gonna put on the 2/1. Yep, there you go. It'd be like, if you're gonna take out my factory, then you're gonna have to pay the price. Lemieux picks up that longbow that just died.
Yeah, it's probably a good pickup. Means we can kind of reestablish a board, which can then
Ooh,
pair nicely with the firebase.
yeah. He hits face with the first one. Second one, he hits face again. Okay, he's challenging the race. He's like, okay,
Mhm.
you keep burning your cards to make it, or you waste your attack.
No, I think it's good,
Trade and
right?
activate
He
kill switch.
he forces Kartoa to actually have to make the trades. I think hitting
Yep.
face there probably wasn't bad, honestly.
No, I
Just
don't think
decent.
so either. This is good. He's kind of acknowledging that like he's probably gonna lose his units anyways.
Mhm.
So why not get the extra 4 damage in before like the board kind of changes, and then he'll figure it out from there.
Sure.
We see that he has another longbow set up with the determined assault if he needs to do it. Like he has the fire bases as we know. Hell, if Kartoha doesn't like trade in the kill switch, he could even EMP shockwave upgrades, but he does trade into the 1/1, so he'll kill off 1 token and the Lemieux there.
Salvager coming down.
Gonna pick up that kill switch right back up from the waist.
Yep.
He could go for the ocular implant if he wants to draw. Yep,
Yep,
and he
it
did.
was.
He wants to draw. The first graphene into the bank.
I think that makes sense, right? We only have one combo piece at the moment. We need to cycle some more to kind of get there.
Yeah.
Because kill
Yeah.
switch can deal with the board, but at the end of the day, we're just winning off of OTK. And there you go. There's the jury rig pickup.
Yep. Exius doesn't even have a board, so it makes even more sense.
Mhm.
This is where it's tough here. I mean, you probably black market fixer and determined assault kill off 2 units.
Mm.
That's what I think happens
Yeah,
here.
it's so tough, right? Because we've used up our Lemieux.
Firebase.
Just playing the base. Yeah, that's tough.
Trying to slow down the base. We saw him do that. Was it Exius yesterday who played like 4 fire bases?
I
Or someone,
Mm.
one Marco played like with the Lemieux pickup from the waist. It was like a bunch of fire bases just to slow down this game. I don't think it's enough, but there's I mean, Karto has Wong. He's got a token in 2 turns, black market fixer for any nuisances, like, and if all goes wrong, anti-organic pulse, right? So like it feels like again he's more set up for this win. Exius did have a really good starting lineup, but it slowed down.
Yeah, Carthoa did a great job with dealing with the board there. There's the
This
cat as well.
I'm writing it. We got
Note
2
it
pieces
down,
with the
Muka.
JJ. Here we go. There it is. Look at the screen. I can't even show it on my camera. There, it's somewhere there. There it is. 1 graph and 1 keth. We're not forgetting this time.
There's another graph there. Yeah. So banks the Keth. Can Gunslinger to make a clean trade here. Or not even trade. Yep, there we go.
With the amount of damage he has on board, like 2 graphs and the keth will be enough to finish it too.
It will.
So there's that orbital strike.
My
tough,
my favorite card from Exodus yesterday.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
You were raving over this. This doesn't feel like enough, man. He's got 7 energy. Man, you could I guess you could fire support base and like longbow alone and just like be like, I need to try to figure out how to survive.
Yeah.
But then how do you do 19 damage with no board presence? Already used Lemieux. Like, this is tough. But he's gonna keep fighting. He fought through hell yesterday. He's not giving it up here. He's gonna kill. It feels bad to kill that 1/1 token turned into a 4 attack unit with the Wong.
It's gonna be the fleet machinist maybe, but yeah, this is so rough here.
Yeah, he's trying to figure out what I bank to.
I mean, there's what
bank.
I think that there's.
So that means I think he's just gonna longbow with nothing. Yeah, keep the defender. Try to slow it down if you can. He's in close to OTK range, so if he can slow it down a little bit, okay. But Cartoa here, he only needs to do.
We have 9 on the board at the moment, so we can we can hit 4. We can do 5 face, and then probably just jury rig next turn, unless
no 100% because the graphene and the two graphenes and the 1 keth is 20 damage, so he's got it. Yeah, there needs to be like more defenders or something.
Defender top deck, and if that's not it, I mean, even if there is a defender top deck, it's still not enough, right?
Yeah, you'd need like I don't even know, like a board wipe and a defender. That's not happening. Yeah, this Cartoa takes this away. We did it right this time, and it also helps that Exius is not playing a Juggernaut too, so we don't have to like double count.
It helps that we don't get confused about which player actually has the OTK.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah, the Vengeful Ally drawn. Oh man, this will be it for Exius out of this tournament. He fought hard, but this is tough. Yeah, he's gonna play the longbow here, but this will do it. Won't be enough. There's too much damage on board. The OTK is here.
That's gonna be game.
Jury rig is read up. Yep. So we're gonna see here. He draws into that collateral damage. And killing this off. And he will bank. Here we go.
And here comes the card.
We thought he had it last game, but he definitely has it now.
20 exactly, right? Yeah.
Yep. That'll deal damage. That'll end it. GG's. Cartoa makes it this round. We'll be switching to Ryan Orphan.
If you're expecting a fair fight,
never mind. You have all of us.
Wow.
Guys, we counted right this time. We counted right this time.
I hope you're
what the hell, guys?
Look, did you see my note? I have the notepad. If it focuses, you'll see. You can't see the writing. There is writing there. But
I like how you change strategies.
Yeah.
It's
not how many times you miscount the horse. It's that you keep counting the horse, getting on top of the counting horse.
That's what they all say.
And that's
exactly.
That's what they all say. Yeah. Wow, that was crazy. That was workshop versatility for you, game 3.
Yeah, no, I mean Exius was our winner of the plans yesterday, and unfortunately he didn't make it through the first round. Caveman though, last seed beating Mr. Kavak and getting it past the first round, which was a crazy upset. But Cartoa played that really well. I mean, it was like very, very well refined play from him.
Yeah.
If we look back at it, like we were not questioning his plays like at all.
Yeah.
So he's refined and he's definitely ready for this.
Yeah, I actually wondered. We saw him in the initial exhibitions too. Like, I feel like he wasn't revealing his full hand, so to speak, in exhibitions and having a little bit of fun. But everything was so dialed in and exact in all the matches that we saw today. It's very clear why he's in the very top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's ranked 2. Is he ranked 2 seed? No, I don't know.
I thought he
think
was
he's ranked 2
too.
seed. He's
Yeah.
ranked. Is he not?
I
Yeah, I
think
think he's
so.
ranked 2. Let me look. I'm looking at it right
Yep.
now.
And then
I'm
Iris
pretty
was
sure he's
right
ranked
behind
2.
him.
Yep. Yeah. No, but he played it really well, and I'm not surprised that he came in with Lemieux and Juggernaut Workshop.
Yeah.
He posted deck lists for those 2 decks, like he's tried them through time and time again. This dude has, I think, only been playing those 2 decks, and he knows how to play them like exceptionally refined.
Is there anything Exius could have done as you guys are sort of looking back on the matches that might have salvaged?
I don't know. It's really tough, right? Because the plan looked good to try and have the board presence. I guess. Okay, actually, I guess it comes down to, we were talking there. He could have played the Firebase instead of going to the Lemieux, because once you use up the Lemieux, it's kind of tough, right? There's no real way back. But then the Firebase play was kind of just awkward as well, right? Because the kill switch was on board. So if he goes to the Firebase play, then the base just dies. So yeah, it was unfortunate. I don't think there's anything particularly incorrect that Exius did, but like props to Carto. Just play that exceptionally well, honestly.
Yeah, Carto is one of the best.
Mm.
Do you think that either of them should have added Virulent Spore into their deck?
I was wondering how long it was going to take you to ask that question.
I think
Yeah.
that'd be a
Virulent
great
Spore is their deck.
addition. in
Strange,
the deck.
strange that they haven't added that. Muka, any comments on that?
It's just
Any
like
thoughts?
player oversight. Like they should have had that ready.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what's going
Unbelievable.
on. Who's coaching these guys? Who's preparing with them? It's just-
We got to talk to that coach, whoever that is.
I thought
Yeah,
there
man.
was prime on the line here. These players are obviously not taking this game seriously.
Yeah, it's come on, guys. This is the playoffs. I don't know if you know this or not. Well, who we have coming up next, guys?
That's what
we
Haas and win condition.
Mhm.
Haas.
Condition, baby.
And Haas bringing some spice
Yeah.
to this
Yeah.
tournament with the
Not even one out of meta deck, like 2 out of meta.
Yeah, I know.
He's
I love
either
it.
he's either discovered the secret sauce and countered the meta, and we might see something absolutely crazy.
yeah.
I'm so ready for it.
Yeah.
Might.
It's extremely confident to play 2 decks that are not Lemieux and Workshop right now.
Right.
Like some
Mhm.
people are bringing 1 deck that's not it, but to bring 2, like he's got a lot of faith. And Haas is a good player. He's done well in some of the other tournaments outside the smaller tournaments that have gone right. He's placed in, I believe, the Paragon DAO tournaments. He's placed in the stadium tournaments.
Mhm.
So he's a good player. He knows what he's doing. So it'll be interesting to see why he picked what he picked.
I would imagine that win condition is going to have some relic removal, because when we saw Brazy play Shoshana, I feel like we didn't see any relic removal in that particular match. And so I would wager that whoever else is going up against a Shoshana deck hopefully has something.
That was the game where there were 6 relics on his side, right? And just pumping out. I think
Yeah.
all 3
Insanity.
trees were a tree of Nehemiah's were on there, just pumping out units.
Yeah. No, I mean it's gonna be very interesting to see Shoshana in an actual tournament play, because it's like, even if he has a good relic setup, I mean then it comes into like, I can't play this all right now. I gotta hold on to it for a little bit. If I do see some relic removal, then I can play the rest of it. So it can get pretty tough to decide, like, all right, what am I doing here? Like if he opens all relics in a ladder game, it's like, all right, let's just do it. But in a tournament game, you're like, oh no, I can't put it all out there. Like it could get immediately all wiped.
Do you
sure.
think there is an advantage though? Like obviously if win condition is playing the meta, there's an advantage in that aspect. But do you think that there's an advantage in the unexpected?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you're bringing stuff that your opponent is not going to expect, then how can they really play around it, right? How can they
Sure.
prepare for it? So I think bringing something that's unexpected it could really favor Haas here, honestly. Because, like, think about it. If meta is Augencore and Marco, that's pretty much what a lot of these players have probably been practicing against, right? It's either mirrors or stuff. They can never really practice against the unexpected deck. So yeah, it's going to be super interesting to see how they can adapt to that change for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anyone watches fighting games, there's a real similar aspect here when players bring into tournaments like low tier characters. The novelty can catch people by surprise, and you don't need such a tightly tuned deck if all of a sudden you're bringing something that they just have never seen in their regular day-to-day play or in their practice for it. And there's also the other side, which we're seeing a lot of, is you bring a meta deck and you just like, it's who's the best pilot. It's like a Gundam battle, who can run this deck, this very streamlined deck, the absolute hardest.
Yeah. I always like it when players look at it in the terms of either like they try and take the meta decks and adapt those slightly to try and win the mirror matches and stuff like that, or players. I mean, that's what we probably primarily seen in this tournament. But then there's also players like Haas who may have found the secret sauce that's like, wow, this works really well against the meta at the moment. Sorry, I interrupted you there, Muka.
You're
Say
muted.
right.
Oh, there you are.
No, I'm good. Yeah, exactly. Like Kyle kind of hit it right on the head. Like it for win condition, looks like he's probably only played Marco and Lemieux matchups, and I know that's a lot of what Exile did, and a bunch of teams like they were just looking to see how do I make this mirror match work to the best of my ability and perfect the deck so it works that way. So this is Haas's game to kind of prove that he can keep up, because the deck he will have an advantage that win conditions probably like not seen these decks before, so he's like, oh, what do I do against, like, or he might have a slight misplay because he's not ready for a certain interaction or whatever. But Haas's challenge is, do these decks even keep up tempo wise, right? Like,
Right.
if it's not fast enough or it's not like strong, putting up enough of a presence, then it's just not going to work. So
do we know what
all
Haas
eyes are on
played?
Haas.
Do we know what Haas played leading up to the playoffs? Like, was it these decks as well, or is this like really unexpected coming in?
That's a good
played
question.
Workshop and seeding. He played Workshop and seeding.
Oh, okay. Primarily.
Yeah, primarily Workshop.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
He's a man of many paragons. He tests. I know for a fact he tests a lot of different paragons. He likes to find his own style, and if he sees something doing well, like when Cathari was the best, he was playing Cathari. When Marco was doing its thing, he's playing Marco. Now that Workshop and Marco are kind of even, he opted to do like Workshop and during the seeding round, and then he's very, I don't know, like he's got like a toolkit ready to play like any paragon that he feels will work out.
That's a great skill to have. Just a great mindset as well, right? It's like being able to adapt to different things and wanting to be able to play different paragons as well. It's like, I feel like it's always the safe option to just go with what's meta at the moment. But clearly Haas feels like, you know what, I'm going to bring something different, and clearly still feels confident with it. So hopefully it pays off from here.
Definitely. Yeah, and the people who play the most different types of decks are always my favorite to watch. They just approach the game differently than those who are trying to min-max the meta, because I don't know, they usually bring tech, like you were saying, Kawa. It's like the most fun decks are like really good decks, but then they just take this packet of cards and replace it with something that's anti-meta, and all of a sudden, they're throwing out stuff you haven't seen before, and it interacts differently and just gives them that little edge. It's
sure.
Those are the best type of players that like brew their own stuff too. You know?
It's great. It's great for us as well, right? We get to see something new. You know, I mean, we're casting the mirror matches. We're getting into all of the analytical plays, and this is a slight misplay and everything. But now we're like, okay, doors are wide open. Let's have some fun. I'm excited. It's going to be a great session.
This has already been awesome. Why don't we flip to the bracket? Maybe give these guys a quick break for a second. Look at any potential developments that have happened within the bracket. I know our players are lining up right now, very close to starting this next match as well. But yeah, we can take a look at the brackets really quickly and get a sense for things. So just a reminder here, these are the decks, the paragons that the next match is playing between Win Condition and Big Haas. And so you see Lemmy and Workshop. What are you laughing at, dude?
The Big Haas is so fun, man. I like him. I've casted him in the stadium tournament.
Oh yeah, you did. That's right.
He just always brings such like interesting ideas. He's not afraid to mess around, and
him and
it's just
Brazy are
fun to
kind of
watch.
similar. Are they the same person?
It's possible. There's a lot of Anons running around. A lot of people hiding behind screen names. You got to wonder if they're all the same person.
Interesting.
But Shoshana, I want to see it. I know it usually makes long games. It's usually a lot of stalling because she, for those of you that don't know, starts with 40 health, and then when the Paragons dropped, can move back to 30. But
It's so badass.
what do you think the first matchup's going to be? Do you have a gut on that?
I really don't, man. I really don't. But we're gonna get over to it.
We'll just
very,
have to see.
very shortly here, and we are gonna see you on the other side. But keep it locked for Big Hoss and win condition in game 1.
I'm back.
All right, so we have the Augencore here for win condition. In the opening hand, does have the Keth, some kill switches.
Gonna bank
Gonna go
it
for
though.
the
Ooh,
Gonna go for the
triple
redraw.
automation expert. That's interesting. And we see a card that we haven't been seeing yet, the Aegis Generator. The upgrade that will allow him to give a unit shielded and give it 2 health after every turn. And then looking at Haas's hand, I didn't get to see what he banked, but he has the Hardling Pilot, the Scanner Array, the Automation Expert, and then the Wong in his hand. What's really cool about the Iraq deck, for those that don't know, is that Iraq will, when a unit dies with an upgrade, a non-token unit, he gets a 1/1 nanobot, and that nanobot can act as an upgrade on other units and give its stats over, or give +1/+1 over to the unit it upgrades. So
nice.
What's really nice is that the Scanner Array, as a 0-cost upgrade, can get planted onto units, and then if that unit dies, then he'll just create a nanobot.
Sure.
Ooh, AOP drawn from win condition here. Looking at Haas's hand, he draws the Ocular Implant. So, and you guys will see some of these salvage interactions probably. We're probably about to see one soon. But whenever a unit with salvage dies, it can actually salvage his upgrade onto the nanobot that comes.
Oh, that's a really neat interaction, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's going to bank the Scanner right here. He draws into the Security Officer and a Reclamator. So he will be able to probably attach a nanobot onto the Security Officer this next turn. Looking at win conditions hand, he has the Hardling Pilot, and he's got 3
automation experts. That's kind of crazy.
Defenders for days. I mean, in my head, he probably banks the Aegis Generator, and just goes Hardling Pilot and then trade.
Yep.
But you're gonna see here our first nanobot being created by the Iraq and the salvage. So Haas is choosing to put his Ocular Implant onto the nanobot, so he'll be able to get an extra draw out of this, which is really nice.
Yeah, that's huge. I think Ocular Implant pairs really well with this Paragon in particular.
Yeah, very, very nice. Kill switch. We'll probably see some kill switch shuffling with the nanobots, which is really, really nice. Win condition, still trying to figure out what he banks here. He chooses the anti-organic pulse, plays the hardling, and will end his turn. A kind of awkward turn for him, but the next turns will definitely be very easy to decide what he gets. And I'm going to be noting win condition has a graphene battery.
I was literally about to say, I was like, Muka, get that. No pen out. Oh my god. Okay.
There you go.
Haas's turn here. We could see an automation expert come out, but we could see the security officer too.
I'm trying to think what I like more, honestly. Security officer will become a 4/4 because it gets +1/+1 for every upgrade on it. Yep. And the nanobot gives +1/+1, so that's double. The automation expert it just feels better because it's on curve, right? It's a little more on curve.
A little bit more stats as well, spread out.
Yeah. He's gonna bank the amperage and bring out this automation expert here. Here comes the Nestor token. There we go. And he's gonna keep the Ocular Implant on the nanobot. He's not gonna attach it to anything. And he draws into an Innovative Apprentice. That card is probably very essential, kind of like to the play that I see kind of going on. Because every time an upgrade is attached to Innovative Apprentice, that's the 1 cost all the way on the right.
Yeah.
He draws a card. So if he can chain some upgrades together, I assume that's how it all comes together, right? This is like another way of maybe accelerating compared to the workshops just playing like draw cards, like the squad traders that we've seen time and time again.
Sure. Yeah, this is probably automation expert, I'd say, coming out here.
Yeah, I think
And
so.
then we just hit into the into Haas's automation expert. Or do we hit into the nanobot?
We can't hit a nanobot because they're a defender.
Oh yeah, sorry,
So
my bad.
yeah. But no, I think it's still good to hit with the nanobot because Haas will probably trade his 1/1 nanobot into the 2/3. Oh, he doesn't attack. So Haas here will be able to kill the defender with his own units, and he draws a scanner array, so that could pair all together really, really well with the innovative apprentice. He might even choose not to draw with ocular implant. He could attach the nanobot onto this automation expert, and then run it as a 2/2 into the nester, or you could just run it, attach it to the nester and run it over. But if he does it with the automation expert, he gets another nanobot. So like it gets confusing, right? Because you attach a nanobot to a unit, it dies, it creates another nanobot. But he's probably trying to think like, how do I draw the most right now? And he's just choosing to attack with the nanobot with the ocular implant. It looks like no, he's attaching it. Yep, to the automation expert. So that'll make it a 2/2. He's gonna play the Wong.
The Wong to hopefully get the hit on the automation expert. Even if it hits the defender unit,
would be great. Yeah,
yeah, it's pretty good too. See what happens. How many cards are drawn?
Graphene on his. There we go. These guys are 1/1 on the OTK radar.
The fact that this all hit the Wong is a little bit annoying here, but
yeah. But there's the nanobot.
Yeah, we wanted at least one proc on either of the other two units. Yeah. Well, it's still not bad, right? Yeah.
No. This isn't bad. And there we go. There's a trade, and the nanobot is probably gonna go on the Nestor token here, make it a 3/2, so that if win condition. Oh, he puts it on
the Wong.
Yeah, so I guess in case there's a kill switch that comes out, he gets a nanobot out of it.
Sure.
Yeah. He's got how many cards in him? He has to attach an upgrade because he'll burn a card. Yeah, he attaches the scanner array also onto Wong so that he can be at 7 cards here so he doesn't burn anything. Nothing feels worse than burning an OTK.
Yeah, is Haas playing Keth? Because if we
definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, if you see a Keth onto like this Wong, yeah, for sure.
How sick would that be?
That'd be crazy. 16 damage to face. He's like, all right, well, I don't know. It's still brave as much as it is. And just to note, win condition has the Cunning Diplomat, a non-traditional card in this Juggernaut Workshop deck that'll allow him to draw one, and it also presents a defender, which is kind of nice. But these Aegis generators, he's been holding on to them, and it just doesn't feel like it's been doing too much yet. I hope maybe we see it this turn because he does have a bank, so he's gonna bank one. Does he play one on this Hardling pilot maybe to increase its health? But it would just die to a Wong. So I don't know what he does with his energy.
It's tricky.
Trades the automation expert, and yep, there's the Aegis generator. I guess to just give another defender, it'll turn into a 1/4.
True.
He gets a token though. He goes for the defender. 3 defenders on the board.
And a pretty big Wong.
And another graphene. There you got 2 graphenes. All right.
Nice the kill switch.
Drawn. All right, so this takes out the Cunning Diplomat. So that's 1 defender gone. He could kill switch his Gunslinger and PS8 it, like if he wanted to. He's just going to attack with the Wong first and see if this Hardling pilot will die. And he gets to salvage. He has to reveal a card with Scanner Array, though. Scanner Array is a 0-cost upgrade, but no one really cares about the effect right now. But if you did, but it does reveal a card. And oh, we see a bug here. It doesn't. I think he was looking at his cards in the middle of choosing. He can't pick a card to attach.
Oh no.
Yeah, he can't pick a card to salvage. He can't salvage his Aegis generator. We'll see if anything happens as a result of that. Yeah, that looks like it didn't work. I think he was in the middle of clicking an interaction as soon as it popped up, and it bugged it a little bit.
So we see the Hardling come out for Haas. Back over to win condition here. Man, how are we dealing with this Wong, honestly? I don't think we are. I think we're just making defender tokens, right?
Yeah, I think we're banking defender
Yeah.
tokens. He's gonna bank the graphene, and we're probably gonna do the Nestor. I mean, he's gonna trade and at least get rid of the kill
Yeah,
switch.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, these little
Kill
nanobots,
switch.
they're
Yeah,
pretty
he gets to put
good.
it on the nanobot.
Mm.
It's really, really nice.
Yeah, this Wong is still just hanging out. Now, luckily, we do have the defender token, so you know, win condition is not going to just take 8 damage to the face. Although we do have a
Another Wong.
PSA. Yeah, PSA.
Yeah, and the PSA.
So that can clear
I
off
mean,
the. We don't even
the
need.
Haas has been pretty patient with his innovative apprentice. Yeah, I think he's
Mm,
waiting for a bunch of upgrades that he can just start like going in and trying to see what he can do to draw as many cards as possible. Just sitting on this Wong right now.
yeah, we're gonna have both on the Wong. Put the ocular implant on it. Gets the extra draw
Yeah,
into
an automation expert.
another
He's revealing
automation
Aegis
expert.
Trainer.
Yeah. Yeah, and probably just throws it down to further protect the Wong. Wong's a good pickup here for win condition, though. I think we needed
Oh, for sure.
a
He needs it to come back a little bit in this game.
yeah. We need to
And
refuel here for sure.
at this point, I think he hopes that it hits the Wong itself too, almost.
Yeah, I think it's better. Actually, it's most definitely better. If the PSA as well to cleanly
Ooh,
trade
oh
off.
no. Okay, so this is actually not this that good because the graphene that just got put back went to the bottom.
Oh
But he
no!
does have 2 graphenes in there, right? So he has 20 damage on demand. He has to try to get there.
So the Wong procs went onto the automation expert.
That's not
Trade
too
in the
bad, I guess.
gunslinger. Is there? There's no more. Like the Wong doesn't have kill switch, does it? Hosses.
No, there's what is there? 3 upgrades on there, I
There's
think.
3
It might
upgrades, yeah.
have the kill switch.
It's
'Cause it doesn't-
ocular.
I don't think the nanobot there's an ocular, there's a scanner array.
Mhm.
And is the third one I think the third one is maybe a kill switch. But he's gonna play his Iraq here, Haas. He's just playing value right now. Innovative apprentice. Here we go.
Here's the
Let's
pop
see some
off.
upgrading. Scanner array. And he has some memento to fall, so it's gonna stop there. Nothing like super strong on this, but he does have another innovator apprentice, so you know that could have just been part of the play that he could chain it later.
Yeah, where are we gonna see this Wong go? Do you think? Do you think he just
I
goes
think he
face
kills
and
it.
then forces win condition to
Yeah, it does hit face. I was gonna
right?
say I hope
Yeah.
it hits face. Yeah, and he
Mm.
draws into another innovative apprentice.
Yeah, so Haas is not short of draw at all.
No, he's pushing along. He's ahead 4 cards. He draws an enhanced exoskeleton, so that compared with the other upgrades will allow him to you know, he doesn't need to do it with the instant replicator, which we see. He could just have a bunch of upgrades and attach that and just add damage to this jury rig juggernaut that he gets. So it's a
Mhm.
different way of approaching the OTK. With so many upgrades in your deck, some maybe eventually go to the bank that don't need to, and the enhanced exoskeleton makes use of that.
Sure.
And we see win condition defendering up.
Yeah, Haas had a pretty big advantage here, right? I think that graphene going to the bottom for win condition is definitely tricky because I mean I don't see how we get Haas down to 20 while also, you know, controlling the board and also drawing the OTK, you know.
He's still revealing. He doesn't want to reveal parts of his OTK that he has, but he probably doesn't also want to reveal that, like, I have an anti-organic pull. So he's going to reveal the 2 graphenes.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the nanobot. And he has nothing else to kill the nanobot, so that will give another draw to Big Hoss here with the Innovative Apprentice. That's what the card is named.
Yep.
We also just quick in. I'm trying to see what's going on right now. Is we do have a judge committee in the back deciding if that bug required a replay. They're in the middle of finishing it right now, so we'll be able to tell you during this game if there will be a replay or if they're just going to play out the game and count it. So we'll be able to tell you guys that too.
Do we think what could have been chosen there again from the upgrade?
It was the Aegis generator that could have gone on the 3/6 defender, I believe, on turn 5. We'll see what they pick. I mean, you could argue. I guess I don't know what the arguments are for either one, but they're finishing their discussion right now. And anti-organic pulse from Haas. He's actually just gonna wipe this board while he has 2 upgraded units.
Yeah, that's pretty solid.
Yeah, that's interesting that he doesn't have a defender, right? So this is pretty interesting that the way he's playing. I don't know. Oh, well, he has automation experts, but to wipe the board like this is kind of interesting because I don't think he had a defender, but it's almost like inviting win condition. Like if you have the OTK, like do it right now. And we know he doesn't have it.
And that token created by Iraq, if you guys missed it, I believe when it dies, it creates 2 nanobots, correct?
Yep, it creates 2 nanobots.
Yeah, so even if that's cleared, it's like, wow.
Yeah, so he's gonna black market.
He's gonna clear it.
Yep. So we're gonna get 2 nanobots. It doesn't create a third one from the passive because it's a token unit. It has to be a non-token unit.
Sure.
But there's still 2 more draws for Haas out of that one.
Yeah, does Haas have any direct way to add damage from hand? I mean, wait, yeah, we saw graphene. I mean, you said there's most definitely a cat in there, so we'll see if
the cat is in for win condition. I don't think in his deck Haas has a cat. Yeah. Yeah. He'll be able to draw a bunch here, up to 3 this turn. With the Memento of the Fallen in his hand. Oh, there's the Jury Rig. There is an enhanced exoskeleton and a graphene, and there's only 5 damage on board, so this is game.
Yeah, this game.
What's really cool about this interaction with the Jury Rig Juggernaut and the nanobots and the enhanced exoskeleton, if he plays a Jury Rig Juggernaut, he can attach the nanobots and they'll give the 1 attack to the Jury Rig. But if there's an enhanced exoskeleton, he gets 2 per nanobot attached to it. So that turns out being really, really cool. And if there's a Kethon there, obviously you multiply the damage. But he's just playing it on his Innovative Apprentice. It's still going to be game regardless here.
Yep. Because we hit and then we activate, right?
Yeah, unless Haas doesn't see it. But I think he sees it.
He sees it.
He's doing it. He's doing okay.
Doing the Jury Rig, of course.
I'm like, is he gonna knife and like gunslinger and like just do it like some fancy way? Yeah, but he throws 11 damage. It's more than enough for game. What are we waiting for here? Oh, it's still picking up cards.
Oh, it's the animation's still procking.
Yeah. There we go.
And there we have it.
That'll do it. That was game 1. All right, so these guys are still discussing.
You think that old thing can beat our machines?
All right. Welcome to the post-game extravaganza. What do you think about that? The machine versus machine. I want to say man versus machine, but
yeah. It's more machine than man, right? It's cool to see Iraq stand up so well against what is the current meta with Workshop. But also probably on everyone's mind currently, the EP committee is still reviewing the bug that occurred on T5. We're 10 minutes ahead of everything that you're seeing right now. So they are just reviewing live on stream what the actual gameplay was. I think win condition.
Baseball?
What's that?
Is this baseball?
Yeah, we're good.
Committee?
we're going to the tape, dude. We're going to the tape.
I just imagine a bunch of nerds with striped referee shirts huddled around an old CRT monitor.
I like that. All the
looking at
EPs just sitting together. Yeah, I like that
Yeah.
a lot.
Hmm.
It's a good visual.
slow motion cards.
That's the level of professionalism we're at this point. You know what I mean?
You're not far off, man.
We skipped the leather helmets. We're right into camera reviews.
We're buttoned up here.
That's right, dude. But win condition, I think we have a chat going on in the background. Win condition was saying they would have likely kill switched the upgraded card anyways, so maybe it wouldn't have even mattered. But alas, they're still looking into it, so we will get a judgment from them while they review the gameplay. We're still going to operate as if the results of that match are true until we hear otherwise. And so, yeah, let's get the guys on and see what they think as well.
Yeah, what do the casters think?
We need the
Yeah.
experts.
We need the experts. What's
Yo.
up, experts?
The experts are here.
Oh, thank God.
Would it have changed
We know-
anything?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I don't think
Yeah.
so. The Aegis Generator was the card that would have been swapped, and it was kind of inconsequential because it just got killed pretty easily anyways.
Right on.
I believe, I don't remember what killed it, if it was like a kill switch or a Wong, but Haas clearly had the stronger board.
Mhm.
But we're actually going straight into the next game, so we'll
Yeah.
see what the EPs decide after. But we're going
Alright,
straight
guys.
into game 2.
Good luck
Thanks,
out there, guys.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, you wanted to
Obviously
see
on
it.
The Shoshana. I'm very excited. My first.
You wanted to
Shoshana
see
pass.
it.
Here we go.
Yeah, and win condition choosing to stay on the Lemieux. He's not bringing out the oh no, wait, no, he's switching into Lemieux.
Mhm.
He's not staying on Lemieux. So he swapped out. He wants to try something a little fresh. He's going straight into the mulligan. He gets a heavy weapons team. He kept the Vengeful Ally, 2 longbow personnel carriers, and a fire support base. And then looking at Haas's hand, he's got the Primea Conduit, Steward of the Garden, the Spores, Orphan's favorite card, the Cleanse the Earth, and the Infused Core. So this is kind of like a late game Shoshana relic build. He'll use like the Infused Cores to expedite his energy gain. And by then, by the time we get to the late game, he'll have huge units that he can play a little bit earlier than win condition can expect it. So he's hoping that will carry him to the victory.
Yeah, it's actually quite interesting because although we didn't see this matchup yesterday, I believe it was Axios versus Bounty, and Axios, I think, pulled it out with Lemieux against Shoshana.
Yeah.
So, like, obviously, like
EMP
we
shockwaved
Yeah.
2 Infused Cores.
Mhm.
But like, look, Kyle, we're literally about to hit turn 3, and Haas will be able to play. I believe he'll be able to play. How much energy? Wong?
Wong, I think
Yeah,
so.
he'll be able to play Wong next turn, on turn 3. That's
is crazy.
absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Win conditions looking like I need to get rid of this card, but no PSAs in sight to get rid of the Steward. Markolian's worst nightmare is a lone Steward just getting extra curve out of this Earthen deck from Haas here. So it's tough, man. He's probably, he's just double heavy weapons teaming, and he's just gonna be like, all right, I just gotta bring him down the old fashioned way.
Yeah, it is tough. I mean, win conditions still with these 3 longbows can potentially go into a crazy Lemieux, right? But
Yeah.
yeah, this Wong coming down for Haas is like, it's gonna be absolutely insane.
Oh
because
my god, look at all those extra energies that he
Yeah.
has. Oh my gosh. And
The
here comes
redraw-
the
the
Wong
redraw
on
from
turn
this is insane.
3. Oh my, if it hits the Steward, that'll be crazy. This is why we see how many does the, and this Shoshana deck plays it's almost like an Augencore deck. He can
Yes,
draw
you
up
could
to
hit
4.
for
He
no
hits
way.
3, and the
Oh
guy's
my
call being one of the
God.
hits. And it hits the Wong though, so the Steward will die. But his hand's looking good. He's got 4 removal cards in hand, like anything, and he draws into Jonah, which is an excellent defender against Markolian. You mentioned the longbows that win condition has, right? That he can keep pushing and get a little stronger. The problem for win condition, and I'm sure he's thinking about it, is like, when does the first Spores comes out? Because that will eliminate all the cards that can like deal damage, right? I mean, yeah, he'll sit on heavy weapons team and defenders, but he'll have nothing that can like attack. There we go.
Yeah.
And if I'm Haas, yeah, and Haas here, like, it doesn't look like he needs the Spores. He probably could just play the Jonah and just sit on a 3/8 defender and just start clearing out these heavy weapons teams and forcing win condition, because win condition is still not at Lemieux. Haas is playing from the future, so he can like get some good trades in here, and then Spores a much bigger board, I guess.
Yeah, just some confirmation from the play stands. It was decided that the bug was inconsequential, so the previous match does indeed count, as we kind of anticipated.
Yeah. So we're at oh, there's the Spores. He opts to use the Spores there.
Mm-hmm.
He draws into a formidable presence. Yeah, so Haas is still up 1 game, so he's got 2 games to play the Shoshana, which is definitely a good feeling for him. A Paragon with 40 health against a Marco and a Workshop. It's pretty good. I mean, he's gonna have to work for the win, but not too bad. And this Spores does a great job.
Yeah, great job at cleaning up the board.
Yeah.
Coming over to win conditions turn. I mean, do we do the same play as last
I think he
turn?
does.
Yeah,
I think he longbows again. The problem is like, and I think I understand why Haas did the Spores there, is that if a Vengeful Ally comes into play, which is why win condition probably kept it in the beginning, the way units die and the way damage is kind of done with Spores and with cross parallel in general is it goes left to right. So a lot of Marco lane players, they'll build up a board against Ardent. If they're lucky and there's no Spores, they can play a Vengeful Ally all the way to the right of their board. And as Spores kills off the units, it'll grow and it won't die to the Spores itself. It'll be pretty, very substantially strong. So that way he could sit on that. So Haas probably thought, all right, well, I can just Spores now and he'll lose the heavy weapons team in like 2 turns. I'd rather do that than risk like a Vengeful Ally getting massive. Though he's sitting on 2 Annihilates, so I don't think he's like exceptionally worried, but yeah, like it's definitely looking good for him. He draws a Rhetorician, which is definitely a pretty unknown card. It's a 5-cost Earthen unit that is 6/6, so that'll work really well with like a Gaia's Call, which might come out this turn. He might just Gaia's Call. He could Jonah. I don't think he wants to. Oh, he's gonna Formidable Presence. He wants to clean up the board a little bit.
I think Gaia's Call now wouldn't be the worst, because I feel like we're not too scared of the board.
Yeah.
But then Lemieux could come out next turn and a bit of damage could be dealt. But there's actually not much being done, because these heavy weapon artillery is just kind of sitting there, right? So
yeah, and they're gonna die next turn. So
yeah, exactly.
Haas, this whole board dies, so Haas gets to trade a little well and slow things down again for win condition, which a Marco player definitely doesn't want at this point. And one mistake out of win condition is because he doesn't know what's in the bank right now. If you right click these Bulwark Seeds from the Formidable Presence, you can see the associated card with it, meaning what card was banked. So he can start to tell out of the 4 cards in Haas's bank, are there units in there that like can kill me with a Gaia's Call, or do I not need to worry right now about a Gaia's Call and focus on other things? Ooh, Orbital Strike, that will kill the Wong there. And draw another. Okay, this is the first player with two.
Yeah,
it will because of decay. Yeah,
the decay. Yeah. 2 orbital strike. We talked about this yesterday, wondering if we would see a Marco with 2 orbital, because it's quite uncommon, right? We don't usually see 2 of them in the build of the deck, in the traditional build. Yeah.
Ooh, a second infused core. So Haas is putting it on the line. He's welcoming the relic removal. I mean, I don't even know. Is he baiting it for like oh, I can just Gaia's Call after these die or something? But he's got 2 infused core up there. He'll be up to 9 energy next turn.
Yeah, that's kind of wild.
Yeah,
that's
he's ramped up. This guy is fully ramped. He has a star chart in hand too to start picking what he wants. Win condition playing his Wong here, and even if he picks 2, the problem is I believe this is his turn 5, right? Or is this his turn 6? No. Yes, last turn was his turn 6. So he does get to bank 1 here, so he won't overdraw, which is good. Yep, he'll bank here, so he'll be at 6 cards in hand.
Sure.
Which is, you don't want to burn anything important. So he's trying to decide, like, do I bank the solar grenade so I can have a free assault next turn, or do I get rid of something else that may not have enough value for like later on in this game? He chooses the Solar Grenade. Gets the Fleet Machinist. Let's look at Haas. He's got the Change of Heart. He could Change of Heart this Wong. He can annihilate this Wong. My man is sitting pretty. The PS8, we don't need 1-cost cards anymore. We got 9 energy in the bank. He's gonna Star Chart and Change of Heart this Wong, it looks like. I don't think he's gonna annihilate it. He's deciding, I guess, now. Oh, he's hovering over Annihilate now. Yep, he's just gonna annihilate it.
I think it's the perfect target for, honestly. There's not too many big threats in Win
Oh my
Condition's
god.
deck.
Commandeered Warship. No relic removal coming out of Win Condition. I don't know if he plays any, but he's definitely, if he is, he's definitely hoping he draws it soon because there's a lot of good relics on this board. He's just going in. Fleet Machinist into Longbow. Just keep going.
Seems like the best play, yeah.
Oh, he might bank it.
He might bank it,
think
yeah.
the Vengeful Ally. I think he wants the Vengeful Ally in case there's another Spores. He can at least walk away with like 1 strong unit.
Yeah. Does he play it on the right? Yes, does play it on the right side.
He definitely. What is he thinking now?
Just
he knows it's
the
his last Longbow.
Yeah.
Maybe he's checking like how many vehicles he had. I think you know what he's thinking is that he could have Fleet Machinist into like a Lancer tank or something. Oh, he's actually not going to play the Vengeful. You know why he's holding on to the Vengeful Ally? If he gets a Muriel. He can play the Muriel with it and it'll buff itself and stuff. So that's what he's kind of hoping for. Spores picked with the Star Chart. He got 3 choices and he chose that one.
Yeah.
10 energy here. He's just going to Spores this. He's like, I don't want to deal with this. Still literally 7 energy. Like, is he going to bank this Worship? I don't know, but I'm kind of a little worried that he's banking some of the big units. Yes, he has the Gaia's Call, but oh my god, the Kingpin's Tithe. He has the Gaia's Call, but like, it almost feels like you could also be playing these units and getting as much advantage. You know what I mean? Like, what if the Gaia's Call gets like a ruin, like destroyed or something, or I don't even know. Worst case, Black Market Smuggler to get stolen. It's like all those energy, all those units in the bank can't get played now. So I do wish more so that he like decided to keep some of those, but this is fine. He has the Kingpin's Tithe, so basically now every time Win Condition draws a card, he'll take damage. So Haas is going for the burn route. He's just going to burn him dry. He hasn't seen a relic removal yet, so I guess he's assuming there's none. That's
a big defender for Marco to deal with, and as we can see here, Lemmy comes out to clean it up. Yep. He'll get to pick up a Longbow. I think that's what he's going to pick. Oh, no, the Wong. He definitely needs the Wong here. Yep. He can play another card. Let's see, does he? For Haas, what's going to be important is like really at this point, start paying attention to his health. Because if he lets Win Conditions board, you know, continually grow without much of a unit presence, then like he could take a bunch of damage and just die out of nowhere where he had the Shoshana ready. There's the Vengeful Ally. Yep. Gonna be Wong next turn, most likely. Firebase. Yeah. Maybe Wong Firebase, not too bad. Let's see what Haas chooses from his star chart. Ooh, he chooses a Primea Conduit, and that would be exceptionally strong. Let's see it come out. It's pretty good. Up 7-7 or 6-6. And does he bank any of these cards here? He might not even bank. If he were to bank, I mean, in his head, he saw the Wong get picked up, so maybe he's like, oh, I change of heart the Wong. But he has an Annihilate, so I mean, I think I'd prefer him banking. No, he doesn't bank. Doesn't bank. It's fair. Yeah. There's a K. Win condition, though, like feeling like he's behind, he has taken out a bunch of Haas's health. I mean, he did start with 40. And he has a full hand. So he has the Black Market Fixer, so that will take out this Primea Conduit. Yep. So he's not like in the worst place, right? Like he can build his board. He's already gotten past 2 spores. So Haas has to really kind of present a huge threat now at this point. Yeah, win condition's getting burned, but
We'll have to see, is that enough? That has to be a bunch of burns. He needs more tides out, or he needs something. I wish he kept the commandeered warship, honestly.
Yeah, that seemed like a bit of a strange bank since it was such a high cost, valuable unit, right?
Yeah. If you're gonna bank it, I think get the guys call out sooner.
Mhm.
It's safe to assume Markolians don't run relic removal for the most part. They just want to stick to their script and keep going. And he's already got 4 relics, so like I don't know what's 5. So we'll see how he plays this. I mean, he's gonna be down to 23 health.
Yep. 22.
22
Yep.
health. So I mean, he might Shoshana this turn. Or next turn. It's getting close. It's kind of like the main point. 2 spores already gone. I think he was a little too easy to let go of that second spores. He just used it on a lone longbow. I wish he waited a little bit. Let's see.
What the star chart search for here?
Let's see what he picked. He picks up another
Another
Crimea conduit. Well, he needs something big to start getting like these units out of his way. Like he Change of Hearts the Vengeful Ally, and he brings in the Crimea Conduit as a 7 attack.
Yeah, I don't think it's bad. I mean,
no, that's good.
Yeah, it's probably saying, listen, it's highly unlikely that win condition has the second
yeah
EMF, right?
He is going to draw. He is taking some damage from this draw power. I don't think he's noticing it yet, but the tithe is hitting him.
Oh,
too.
the BMF pickle.
There's the BMF, so that will kill the second conduit. Man, and I think you're definitely seeing a Shoshana come out next turn.
Yep.
But it's not as much damage as we think. Like the Vengeful Ally is kind of locked up. So it is it's enough to probably make Haas be like, okay, maybe I need to reset. I need to reset a little bit. Another Eventual Ally. I would have preferred it all the way on the right. On the left, it does no good with the spores, but it's fine. 16 cards in Haas's deck. There's still 1 more spores to be found. A spores here would be exceptional. Exceptional also would have eliminated 80% of the threats there.
Yeah, and win condition is piling on the pressure right now.
Yeah, he's like, I'm just going for it.
With the Wong in hand with a bit of burn still as well.
Muriel will be good. Muriel will be good. He gets the pick from the star chart. Yep. Yeah, I don't know. It just feels like he's gonna Shoshana, and then he's taking a bunch of damage immediately after.
Yep.
There's a tide. Like, I don't understand. I feel like Haas misplayed a bit. Oh my god, he's not Shoshanaing. He's gonna kill off. What did he kill off? What was that? It wasn't the fire support base. It was the fire support base.
It was.
Yeah. We just saw like other stuff happening. I'm like, what is happening?
Is he dead?
No. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, he's dead. I don't know what he was doing.
We got Orbital in hand as well, right?
Yeah, that's game. Haas, I'm not really sure. He had chances to reset the game. I think he overestimated. He overestimated his Shoshana's impact that game. We're gonna pass it to Ryan Orphan though. We'll see what they think.
If you're expecting a fair fight, you're wrong.
Holy smokes, man!
Here's what I think, dude. I think that was injustice.
You wanted to see Shoshana win.
Yes, yeah. So that's
classic Earthen Maxi.
Yeah. Hey, you can't.
Hots for Shoshana.
How are you supposed to lose a game when you play 2 virulent spores?
He was looking for that third, dude. If that came down, whoo!
I think Big Hoss threw it personally.
Well, a little bit at the end, it does make you wonder. I'm surprised he didn't play Shoshana there, but I mean, maybe he didn't think that he had, Orbital Strike in hand, or maybe he miscounted the damage on field. I don't really know. I mean, it seemed obvious to play Shoshana at that point, but I don't really know.
With the perfect information that we have, it certainly did.
Yeah.
I mean, both of them were at the end there. They were both kind of playing a little risky. I mean, yeah. It's either you play as Markolian, you play out your entire board and risk getting ran into by the third spores, and from Shoshana, it's like, how much health can I eke out before I need to play the big booty female?
Yeah, that was really good though. I really enjoyed that one. And clearly, as we saw with the exhibitions with Brazy's Shoshana deck, as well as this one right here with win conditions, there's no relic removal. We're not seeing relic removal. So if Big Hoss can move forward and we see him continue in this tournament, it might really work in his favor. He's got 2 decks that people are not necessarily prepared for.
Yeah, I mean, if nothing else, that match for Big Hoss, he has a piece of information that he can walk into the next matchup with,
For sure.
knowing, hey, there's no relic removal here. I can play Gaia's Call whenever I want, and I don't have to worry about it getting nuked.
Yeah. To that point,
Star
do you
Chart
think
was interesting too?
I like Star Chart. Yeah, now it's like giving me some ideas of how to utilize that better in my own decks too. Which is also like seeing that creativity, and that's what we love so much about these tournaments and watching this play, is that it makes us all better players, honestly.
For sure.
Do you think we see Iraq or Shoshana next?
I don't know. I
Gotta be
mean,
Shoshana, right?
it's got to be Shoshana, especially since you know that the relic removal is not there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a
Oh, he
pretty
can't
safe
play with.
bet.
We're getting in our ear. This is a reminder. He can't play with Iraq because he's already won with Iraq. So it has to be Shoshana.
Oh,
So there's a little reminder for everyone watching as well.
that just makes our expert opinion even more correct.
even less expert.
Yeah, well, it's less expert, but it's also more expert because it's like 100% now. You know,
That's right,
so.
dude. We're the mid hosts.
Let's take a quick look at the bracket.
Yeah,
I want to see what the other matches are looking like right now.
Perfect. We got to get in here. I got to zoom in.
Zoom in. Enhance.
Enhance, please.
Everyone in chat, please type !enhance to help us out on stream here.
Yeah.
We got Caveman taking it over Caveback. We talked about that earlier. We got
Wild.
Beijing Du from Exile.
Void. RIP Void. Sorry, man.
Void Seeker taking out.
Maybe
DT.
also Nain. That's the rumor. It's actually Nain.
Is it?
Yeah. Can't be sure.
It could be, man.
Yeah.
We got DT Leet taking out Sleep.
The sleep.
No Mega.
Sleeps went to
out
sleeps.
to Nick. We got Haas taking it here over win condition. Wait, but hot. Oh,
There is a bug
there
in the
'cause
bracket currently.
just
So
a
that's
1-1.
it's not reported correctly.
Ignore this. Ignore everything we just said. Everything's scuffed.
I'm gonna blame Bavin. I'm sure he's behind the 1s and 2s, just writing random numbers in this bracket. Okay.
Probably. He can't even count to 3, I heard.
Unbelievable.
Is that Polo over Steve, or is that Poyo?
Pollo. No, I think it's Polo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we got Kartoa over Exius. We saw that one a little bit earlier. Firekeeper taking it over
Memsulk. Yeah, so
Memsulk?
Firekeeper and Kartoa is going to be a great one.
Yeah.
Austin White, we called out earlier versus Eternal. Austin with the sweep there. And then Kai and Sugi. How would you pronounce that? Kayan?
Kintsugi
Kintsugi.
over
Of
Orly.
course. We workshopped it.
Yeah. And then we got
Devmons.
iRacer and
Nice.
Chocobo still gonna play.
That's going to be a good one.
Tango takes it over Velerehu the Great. Brazy
then-
and Beal we got coming up later.
Next match. That's
And
right.
then Nixer takes it over CT21. So
There you have it.
we're starting to narrow in a little bit. We're starting to get the front runners.
Yeah, man. Tomorrow's going to be, I mean, these are great matches, but tomorrow and Sunday are going to be absolute madness. So this is more of a warm up, one might say.
You know what? Someone might say that, and they would be right. We're warming up. We're getting the story
Yeah,
rolling.
baby.
We're fleshing out the main characters. Who's got plot armor? Right now, it seems like Caveman has plot armor, and I'm gonna chill for him until I die.
Has he paying you behind the scenes?
I just like him, man. I mean, he went to watched him
My
once
goodness.
on stream. He went to go grab beer, and it was funny. And I just like that's my dude now.
We like based friends. That's
Yeah.
what it is. Based players.
I like all the Bombardiers.
Let's talk to Muka and Kawa and see what they think going into game 3. What do you think? What's up, gents? What's up? What's up?
What do you think, guys?
Yo.
Man,
We were very confused. I felt like Kyle and I.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mhm.
Were you confused?
Mistake? Was that a mistake?
It felt like he was
Yeah.
waiting for something that
Yeah.
just didn't ever happen. And I'm not
So-
exactly sure what it was.
Yeah, Kyle, do you want to give first impressions and then I can follow up?
Yeah, I think it was definitely the mistake to bank the 6 cost, right? I feel like that was a card that we wanted a lot of value out of. It was unfortunate for Haas, the fact that the black market fixture was top decked with the draw, and then it hit into the 1 cost card. So always unfortunate, but yeah, just tricky. I do agree with you, Orphan. It was like we were just holding out, waiting for something to happen, and it just didn't quite happen. I think the Shoshana should have came down that specific turn that Muka spoke about, just to kind of reset the board. But yeah, I think it's gonna be really interesting. Actually, I do want to ask Muka yourself a question. How do you think that the OTK Ogdencore deck fares into the Shoshana matchup? Since 40 health is it's a lot. It is a lot more than 30 at the end of the day.
The way, so you can still do the OTK. I don't think, have we seen win conditions? Did he play instant replicator in his deck?
I don't
think
know.
we've
Seen
so.
it.
I don't think we saw it. So, okay, so the way it works is if you play the instant replicator in your deck, you can copy the Kethrexamine instead of copying another graphene.
Oh,
and then you do double graphene, double Keth, and that'll
Damn.
give you 40 damage.
Holy shit.
So they could do that way. But yeah, I don't know. Like Haas, that game from Haas left me both confused and like a little mad, like Orphan. Because like I don't know, like I just want to go into, before we go more into that workshop matchup, like I just like felt like Haas definitely in his head was probably thinking like the Kingpin's Tithe was his win condition.
Right.
Like, oh, I'll just stall the game out. He keeps drawing, like he'll just burn and lose. And he's like, I just need another tithe, and then he's losing 2 every draw or whatever. But while he was doing that, like he lets go of like the rhetorician, lets go of like the commandeered warship. He didn't Gaia's Call. If you're gonna bank those, at least take the risk in like Gaia's Call, because his Gaia's Call from when he drew it would have definitely gone off.
Yep.
We had more than 3 turns, so it's like if you're gonna go that play, then at least like take the risk that like, okay, I'll play Gaia's Call, and if 3 turns happen and it's still on the board, like I win. But he banked all these strong units that were supposed to create like a really big presence and scare win condition, at least like make him play a little bad, force bad trades, whatever it is. He banked them, and then he's like, oh, I have tithe, and he kind of probably thought like I have enough health, like I'll live. And then win condition, he got the tunnel vision that Marcos usually do after like turn 5 or 6, and they're like, screw it all, I'm just hitting face, I'm putting everything on the board. I either win this game or I lose. And that's what he did, and his board got so big and it got so wide. I mean, he literally was able to use the scroll button, like that's how many units were on the board. And he just like, I'm hitting face and I'm gonna win the game. So I mean, it was a little frustrating to see. And Haas like was a little too frivolous with the second spores. He used it on a solo longbow. So I think he just got a little cocky, like, oh, I have this in the bag, like I'm gonna win this. But against Workshop, going into the Workshop matchup, it's just as tough for win condition to like pull out the OTK. He needs like the right draw setup, right? So Replicator has to come first in the bank before Keth, because Jury Rig Juggernaut pulls from the latest card banked to the earliest card bank, so reverse order.
Makes sense.
So Replicator has to go in the bank before Kethrexamine.
Gotcha.
He has to make sure there's no defenders on board, when considering there's all defenders in Earthen.
Gotta thread the needle.
Kind of tough. Yeah, exactly. So it's
That's so
definitely
much
a tough
harder
matchup.
though. It's like so many conditions that have to be met to actually. So there has to be no defenders. You have to. So if you have Keth or Graphenes or whatever, like you're kind of holding combo pieces in your hand that you usually would be banking, but you can't really bank if you want to get to that 40. Like that is very tricky. We don't even know if the instant replicator is actually in the deck. So how do you think the matchup goes if instant replicator is not in the deck? You think it's really tough?
He needs to be really aggressive, because he's got to obviously deal like 10 plus damage before the OTK comes online. But if Haas plays the way he played this last game, where he's not really caring about his board presence as much, then he could win condition, could get the game. Like if the board is open enough that he can like sneak in damage, then he did. That's on Haas to realize that, okay, now I'm playing against Juggernaut. He has only this way that he can OTK me. So if I can limit that as much as possible, that'll do well. The Tithe is better in like longer games, right? So you don't want the game to go long against Marco. You don't want it to go long against Workshop, right? So he shouldn't depend on those as much. If you're going against like a Shroud or another Earthen player, then yeah, the Tithe is probably a better win condition. But yeah, it really, he has to, from what we saw, pull a 180 in how he was playing it. It's not, if it's the same way, it's not actually not that bad for win condition.
Okay. Should be interesting.
Yeah,
Very good.
that'll be,
Well, and
that'll be.
In that match, he put so much energy into those Primea conduits, and they just got
Yeah,
white.
easy
Black
to
Market
wipe.
Fixer.
The Black
Yeah.
Market
Black Market
Fixer, I mean, we see why it's so popular. It ticks
Yeah.
out big units, especially against
Yeah.
Earthen. Like that
I
was
think
just a
it's-
lot of wasted energy. Those two
Yeah.
were really tough turns.
It's particularly good in the meta at the moment because it deals with the Core tokens so well. But then even against like, you know, these every once in a while Earthen matchups, cards like that, the conduit can come out and say, oh my god, this is a huge threat. But suddenly it's not a huge threat because it's just BMF. So yeah.
One of the other
super excited. Go ahead.
I was just going to say one of the other differences that we saw in the Shoshana play style between what we just saw and what Brazy did the other night was we saw a Tree of Nehemiah's activating and we saw Gaia's Call activating as well. So even as his opponent was, you know, wiping units, that board continuously grew wider and wider, and it was so difficult to contend with.
Yeah, and actually, Kawa, to you know, the matchup, it actually gets harder for Haas because when you're against a Marco, you're not playing relic removal, but a Workshop deck has room. Like they can fit in EMP shockwaves,
right?
And that now it becomes Haas's game to like be like, oh, what do I bank? Like, if he wipes this, I could be screwed. Like we saw how fast he got to like 9 energy. And he got to turn 3 Wong off. Like Haas got
that
to turn
ramp
3
was
Wong
crazy.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah. So like that is a little bit scarier going into the next game. Like, oh, I could just lose this all. I mean, which is why if I were him, I would have laid it all with the relics the last game because there's less chance you're gonna get hit by one. But with Core, the EMP Shockwave will probably be played in win conditions, so we'll see. But win conditions deck, it's a little unconventional, so there might not be as much relic removal. Like he's got we saw Cunning Diplomat, right, for his draw power instead of Squad Trader. Trying to think what other cards, but it was like not the standard list, and so it might be okay for him. We'll have to just see. It'll really just come down to like if there's relic removal or not.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be great in a Workshop deck.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Okay.
Don't do it.
Tane.
Tane would be good.
He's
Tane would
great,
be
man.
excellent.
He'd be so awesome.
He hits so hard, and he's so cool.
Yeah.
He's so strong.
There's a universe where somebody reveals a Tane with a scanner array and then plays Hijack and takes it, and Orphan is screaming, "I told you!"
Yeah,
I've been saying it all along.
This is what I'm talking about.
This is what I was saying.
Do you think we get any corrupted in Planetfall? That's something that we've mentioned on our own stream before. I'm curious to get your takes.
What is that?
So in the avatars, they've teased out what are these sort of corrupted factions. So you might have someone that's Core, but they're like engulfed in like shroud sort of paraphernalia.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
like
spies.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And then in the avatars in particular, you can tell them apart because they have these like glowing white eyes. But we're wondering if that is like, you know, they are telling us, they're giving little hints of what might also be coming in Planetfall.
So like what are we saying? Like this Marco card does better against Core or something? Like it's tailored for that parallel? That'd be crazy.
Yeah,
I don't even know.
Like Magic has dual color decks and stuff. And I wonder.
This is their way to do it, I guess.
Yeah, it's got to be on their horizon at some level, right? Because there's five parallels. They each play differently, and then once you get a few expansions down the line, maybe you start. Maybe it's spores, except it's all nuts and bolts that come out of the fungus.
It's true.
Core card, yeah. The
Everyone's got
possibilities are
like
endless.
5 different versions of their deck. This is my Ogden Core anti-Cathari. This is my Ogden Core anti-Shroud.
Could be
Yep.
pretty wild.
I mean, we're already
Yeah.
seeing the matchups we're seeing already feels like you need a notepad next to you for all of them. Like,
Oh my God.
do you have OTK? Like, what do you bank? It feels incredibly complex, and so Planetfall is just going to add another layer to that. Kawa, what were you
Yeah.
going to say, man?
I was going to say, yeah, no, just touching on the thing about Magic with the dual colors, like that's something Hearthstone did as well, where they did like the kind of dual class cards, which is super interesting. But yeah, we're gonna jump straight into the game. We have Shoshana versus Core.
Yeah, here we go.
Let's get it.
Thank you, Ryan Orphan. And we're going straight into this. We get to see Shoshana again, Kawa. And let's see if Haas does a change up in his strategy a little bit. But win condition has the Jury Rig Jar. Oh, there it is. There's the instant replicator we talked about. So the option is available. And he's actually going to keep everything except the Zealous Machinist.
And
he's fine with this.
This is good, correct? Like what you said, you want this to be banked first?
Yep, you want it banked first. So so the OTK is possible now. Like he can OTK a Shoshana. If I can do math, I can, because 2 graphene and on a Jury Rig Juggernaut would be 10, and then you multiply it once, double, and then you multiply it again. Yep.
40 exactly.
Formidable Presence banked by Haas, and he's got the Infused Core, Lord Harf, a Kingpin's Tithe, and a Star Chart. So not the best hand here, but like win conditions hand is not exceptionally fast either. So this is okay. Like he can deal with this slow pace, and Haas is probably okay with that.
Yep.
It's a conduit drawn. Harf definitely comes out here. I mean, though it won't really have any effect because there's no effect cards played. Oh, that's why it's going into the bank, because it has no effect on effect cards. Just gonna play the Primea Conduit. It'll be a 2/2, threatening to kill that Hardling pilot.
Yep.
And win condition has the Aegis generator. He could attach the Aegis generator and make it a 1/4 on his Hardling. He's like, try to kill this. It's not a bad idea. He could Cunning Diplomat and draw a card and have an extra defender. He's got options. I mean, he could Reclamator, like you said. Like you just drew that. He could Reclamator into the Aegis generator and Gunslinger.
I like Gunslinger Ocular, I think. You get some draw.
Yeah. In this situation, it's a little rough because like anything that runs into that conduit is immediately dead. But it looks like you're right. He's gonna opt. He's gonna opt for it. Probably should play the Gunslinger first. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So this is fine. He'll be able to kill the conduit here and draw. Get a little bit closer. He got another Cunning Diplomat. And now
it's good, right? It's still more cycle.
Yeah.
Small defender.
No, sure.
Yeah, the Cunning Diplomat's definitely an interesting card because I feel like in the Marco matchup, it's probably like a little bit of a stickler for them to deal with. It's like another tiny defender unit, but it's just consistent cycle as well.
Haas banking the Jonah. I'm starting to rub my forehead because I'm scared the same thing's gonna happen. He's valuing the Kingpin's Tithe, and I don't know if I like that. But he's gonna play the Star Chart. He gets to at least look at his next card. He draws into Spores, so it's actually pretty good here. Not too bad. If that Zealous Machinist comes out like next turn, that would actually be pretty crazy. Oh, there's the Keth. So one Keth, one instant replicator.
And it's the order we wanted, right? It is the order we wanted.
Yep.
This would be insane. If we actually see a 40 damage OTK.
That'll be nuts. I mean, but like we said, right? Like he doesn't necessarily have to do that if Haas gives him an open board to play with, which is what's kind of happening right now. He'll be able to get a token next turn. He could kill switch swap. Like Haas he's banked. He didn't use like his PSA last turn, which is I guess understandable. But like he has to figure out a way to deal with this board. And now that he drew a second Tithe, I already know that's what's coming out. And he's gonna do the other one next turn. So he's trying to win by burn damage. He is not going to prioritize this board. So win condition will still probably be able to fit in the 10 damage he needs.
True.
It's on him that if he overplays his board and makes Spores look good, that's where he kind of gets in trouble. But let's see. And I think that's what he's thinking too. He's like, I have so many cards in hand, but he's like, I don't. If I were him, so he has a Zealous Machinist, right? So for those of you that don't know, because we haven't seen it in any tournaments so far, It's a 5-cost 3/2. It's the middle card in his hand,
Mhm.
and every turn from at the end of every player's turn, like his
It's
and his
2/2, right?
opponents, a 2/2 token comes out.
Mhm.
So if win conditions play could be to be a little overly aggressive here and force a spores and then play a zealous machinist. It's like, oh, if you have a second
Mhm.
spores, all right, fine. But if you don't, like, I'm gonna go wide and I could win this game.
Yeah, I kind of like this build of Ogdencore. It's the first version that I've seen that is very different from the rest, right? Playing these cards
Yeah,
that we don't usually see, like the
yeah,
Cunning Diplomat on this 5
yeah.
cost.
Well, the other versions that we saw, like with the squad traders and stuff, like
Mm.
they are trying to do the same thing, but I consider them a little more aggressive, right? Because with the squad trader, you can kill off like an automation expert, like a card that's not doing as much damage for a 3/1
Mhm.
and draw 2, and you can force kill your kill switch targets, right? But
Mhm.
yeah, win condition is choosing to be aggressive here, which I like, and he gets a token. If I would go for the 3/6. If you're expecting to get spored, play the 3/6. So at least it stays on the board longer.
Oh, yeah. Was considering the 4/4 there. Oh,
Yeah,
does
he's
go with
going
the
for the
4/4.
4/4. Yeah. So Haas is if
There's
he
the
has a tithe
battery.
out. Oh my god. Yeah, we're one piece off. We're
Mhm.
2 pieces off. The jury rigged is all that's left, and the Graphene. He draws
Mhm.
into a PSA. He's gonna bank this Primea Conduit and play another tithe. Oh no, he's gonna spores. Okay, that's fine. I was worried that the tithe was gonna come
Nah,
out
another
again.
tie. Nah, there's no shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
PSA launcher that token, so that'll definitely die too. So this will be a full board wipe. But Haas is at 2 cards, and Zealous Machinist can come out next turn. So this is exactly
Mhm.
what win condition was hoping for, showing that he could be. He's a little over. What's the word? He's kind of overspent his hand, but
Yep.
he'll prove Haas wrong by bringing out the Zealous Machinist.
Yeah, very much baited the spores there, which I think was a really smart play.
Yeah.
And can get this machinist out now, and we'll just keep creating tokens, which is gonna cause Haas a bit. Oh my god,
Ooh,
there's the jury
jury rig.
rig.
There's
Oh
one
my
card away.
god.
Yeah, here's the Zealous Machinist. This
Mhm.
is just gonna just get this guy out. I mean, he's probably thinking like, oh, what if I get spores or whatever? But yeah, and it's also up to win condition to see that like, oh, I can OTK with this with instant replicator. But I think he knows. Why do people test their bank with the best card in their hand? It's one of my scariest things that I've seen, Kawa.
Yeah.
Let me just test it with my jury rig juggernaut. Oh no, I didn't bank. It's in the bank. It's so scary. Star chart pulling here. It pulls a formidable presence. So
Mhm.
this is good for Haas. He can clear out
Yeah,
the Zealous Machinist.
it's a good top deck.
Yeah, really, really nice here. He's gonna bank the Cleanse the Earth, and he can he do both? He can't do both Infused Core and Formidable Presence. So he's gonna let this
No.
board grow a little bit. Haas is definitely greedy with the Shoshana.
Yeah, this and then this
Another tithe.
oh my god, no way.
And there's the graphene. Oh my, he has it. It's set up. This is on Haas now. Haas has to read the situation and be like, I can get OTK'd soon. I need to start changing up. I mean, the game plan here is he holds the Formidable Presence and he starts playing them every turn that he
Mhm.
can, and this tithe just like does its job. But oh man, the way it happened, like he banked his units, and I'm worried that this might come back to haunt him now. He's attaching the kill switch onto the Cunning Diplomat here.
Yep.
I don't think that's necessarily needed, but that's fine.
So 2 turns, and then that's gonna be it, right?
Yeah, we're getting word too from our little helpers that that Big Hoss actually sent a second Formidable Presence to the bottom of his deck with Star Chart. So there's very little chance that he sees like multiple. Oh, that's a good Spores top deck. He needed that. Oh my god, he needed that. I'm stressed, Kawa. But like it's not enough. Like he needs more. Like, oh man. OTK is literally it's literally next turn if there's no defender.
Oh yeah, because Reclamator, right?
He banked the Formidable Presence. Oh no, this is it. We're
Oh
gonna see the
my god.
Reclamator OTK.
Oh.
And look at all the tokens. Oh no.
It's gonna be
the
40.
tide is just too slow.
We don't even
This
need the
is
40, but
damage.
we're still showing 40 damage.
Yeah. But let's see if he knew. Like if he picks the Kethrexamine, then I think he's like, oh yeah, like Yeah, he knew. He picks the cat.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he knew that he had it. Now this will do it. This will put win condition into the next rounds. Big Hoss loses with the Shoshana. Good match overall. We're
Oh,
gonna be
so
swapping
cool.
over.
You think that old thing can beat our machines?
Holy guacamole, brother.
Shit.
I was biting my nails
Wow.
and that was a lot of damage at the end.
Sure was. Win condition earned that. There's no doubt about
GG
it.
win condition, man. Yeah,
Man.
he played extremely well. And those are both
Uh,
matchups like Muka and Kawa were saying that if Shoshana plays right, like that's a pretty favored matchup, you know. That's
Yeah.
good for her. So
I mean, I was pulling for Haas in the sense that I really wanted to see what those two decks were going to do through the entirety of the tournament, because I do think it would have provided some pain and some panic for a lot of people that were in their comfort zone.
sure.
But yeah, just didn't pull it through, man. That's
On
painful.
Another day it would have completely wrecked. There were a
exactly.
few bad draws, a few good draws from win condition. And overall, but those were great games. I loved seeing Haas's deck. I love seeing
Same.
those unconventional cards you really don't see in like proper meta decks right now. That was a great couple matches to view there.
Yeah. What do you think about Kingpin's Tithe as the win condition? Because there was 3 of them. We saw 3 of them in that particular game.
I mean, I think it's great. It's a great card, but you know, like the guys were saying, it takes a long time to get rolling. And if you're playing against aggressive decks, and if your opponent draws into their OTK right on turn 7 and has the reclamate, you know, if they have all the pieces, then what do you?
I know.
What do you do? You need the defenders, and if they get taken out, then you just doesn't matter how much health you have when you have 40 health coming in from a jury rig juggernaut, you know?
Yeah. And I think with not every single, but I'm pretty much the vast majority of the workshop decks that we've seen just tonight alone, they've hit like turn 8 perfectly. Everyone's been ready.
Yeah.
So
they're surprisingly consistent. Like that deck has been honed down to such a sharp edge that
exactly.
It feels like they're pretty much everyone hits it around turn 7, turn 8. That's impressive. That's good consistency.
Yep. Other than that little Kartoa mix up that we had earlier, I think everyone's been pretty much ready with it. So yeah, I don't know, man. I feel for Haas now. I really wanted to see it work out for him, but yeah. Anyways,
Haas is a fan favorite, man. He will be missed in the rest of this tournament.
That's true.
I saw some people saying their brackets had Haas going the whole way.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I saw that in chat a few times, and you know, it makes sense. But
yeah,
in tournaments like this, there's room for all sorts of craziness to happen, and that's the most fun part.
That's
honestly.
the magic, dude. That's the magic of it. 100%. So we have Brazy and Beal coming up next. Both Exile players. The double Bs.
The Brazy Beal banger, bros.
The official playoff title of the next matchup.
Yeah.
All right, let's check it out. See if there's any movers or shakers here. Everything looks just about the same. This should look fairly identical to what we saw. iRacer and Chocobo still have not played yet. I know we have people in a lot of different time zones, so that might be one of the reasons for that. But yeah, Nixer, you can see one there, round 1, Tango, and I need to switch screens here so I can see that a little bit better. Tango for Devmons.
Do it.
You go ahead and you give the pronunciation for that one that I butchered earlier. The person.
Wait, who? So you have to say it again so I know who
Kayasugi. You jerk.
Kintsugi. It sounds Japanese to me. It
does a little bit.
It sounds Eastern.
It does.
I know the name. That's the worst part about Web3 is like I know how to look at people's names, but I very rarely have to say them out loud in a public setting. So.
With everyone watching.
with millions of viewers. Speaking of, give us a 1 in chat if you're enjoying the stream, guys. We appreciate everyone being here. There's tons of chatter going on. And even though we're on a delay, we're keeping an eye on it. And we can't thank you guys enough for watching.
It's true. We see all the homies. So thanks for vibing with us. We've been doing this for a couple hours now. So anyone that's been hanging with us, we appreciate it. And I'm also seeing tweets where people are taking photos of the stream on their TVs. So that's pretty special. That feels good. Now. Yeah, we're pretty much famous at this point.
I feel and look like Tom Cruise.
It's true. Everyone says that about you.
Everyone, I get it all the time. Everyone's saying it, and
I'm so sick of hearing about it.
It just makes sense, you know. Yeah. It's just true.
It's got to be tough being you. It's got to be tough.
They don't call me the Fabio of NFTs for nothing.
It's true.
I've earned it.
All right, man. Well, before we get into game 3 or match 3, I should say, I wanted to go back to the big announcement from yesterday. If the overlords at Echelon can tee that up for us, right? Get in nice and close, huh? Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, let's do it, brother.
Yeah, buddy.
Planetfall.
You ready for it?
Oh,
look at the zombies. There's literal shroud zombies.
My wallet isn't ready, but I am for sure ready.
I'm going to be so broke, dude.
I got a Dollar Tree. I got a payday loans. I got everything I need to make this thing happen. And we're going to go deep into the parallel hole.
That's right, dude. Sell the wife, sell the kid, sell the car.
not financial advice. We're not registered CPAs
NFA,
or anything,
but definitely do it.
But definitely
do it.
Definitely go out and do some crime to get yourself some packs, you know?
You got to get ready. October 28th is the pre-sale. It's been nearly a year since the last pack sale. Can you believe that?
Oh, baby. No, that's actually crazy.
It's kind of crazy.
Well, how long has it been since PD1?
Oh, bro, I don't know.
Because that's when we really started juicing it up with Parallel, right?
That's when we turned on the dial to 11.
Mm-hmm.
PS15 was March 2021, and PD1 was probably not long behind that. I can't remember if it was like April or May, but it was soon behind it.
That's crazy.
Pretty nutty.
Really crazy to think about.
Pretty nutty.
If anyone watching remembers those days or was around watching Parallel, like the progress they've made and already coming out with Planetfall, the expansion, it's not even open beta yet. Like the team's just going nuts.
There is, I mean, I will bet the house on it, dude. There is no way that this does not break out. It's such a massive opportunity for TCG players and all the lore that's being built too behind the scenes, you know, like, well, not behind the scenes. They're sharing it with us daily.
We're gonna need some Clearasil because we're breaking out.
Whoa,
we're gonna need some skincare products right now.
Damn. and this stream is brought to you by Clearasil. Let's jump to our sponsors for a quick word.
Oh,
no?
we
don't have that teed up.
We have the only sponsors we have, as far as I know, are down there on the bottom.
They said they lost the video. They said they lost the teaser.
What the?
We're stuck with Planetfall. Well, yeah. So if you're on the manifest list, that's the rumor. If you're on the manifest list, you might just also be on the pre-sale for the 28th. So prepare your dollars in your wallets because it's going down.
Good gravy, man. And some of those cards, like Zombie Cathari, there's like every faction has like a zombie now.
What's up with that? They're ready for spook season, man.
I don't know. It's like they knew it was coming out around Halloween and they were starting to spook it up.
They're smart. They're smart over there. They know what they're doing.
What are you going to be for Halloween, Rye?
Are we talking about the Paralleloween extravaganza, or are we talking about just general Halloween?
Either one, either or. I just want to know more about
shamelessly shilling. I think I'm going Punk Lemmy. I feel like that's an easy one to deliver upon that doesn't require me to find too many clothing options. I do need a cape, though. I need a cape and I need to find a French accent somehow.
Oh, you could just be very curt.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hi.
Hi. Yeah. Hi.
Yeah, what that's
Yeah.
called broadcasting, and
Hi.
the stream's just going to be Rise saying one
Did
word at a
that
time.
over and over again. Yeah, I feel like I need to watch a lot of Jean-Claude Van Damme movies just to sort of like embody
Bro,
the Frenchman.
count
But,
me in. I'll help with that homework.
All right, dude. I'll see you at the Bloodsport viewing. Why don't we also, while we're at it, we're gonna take maybe a quick look at Steam if our humble broadcasters can help us out as well. Because a quick reminder, the game will soon be available to the public via Steam. And so we have heard that you can wishlist it. So make sure you go on Steam, look for Parallel. Maybe someone in the chat can drop in a nice tasty hyperlink for all you and absolutely destroy that wishlist button.
I wish for you to wishlist this game on Steam because does it help? I
Just
mean,
good luck.
it's got to like. I
Do you
just
like
did it because
good
I
luck?
want to. I like good luck. I like giveaways.
Big karma guy comes back to you.
Dude,
You know what
I
I mean?
can't imagine if this gets front page featured on Steam. How sick would that be?
I can't wait, dude. It's going to happen. It's actually going to happen because we're going to manifest it. Also, full circle, I mentioned manifest again. See what I did there, dude?
Bro, how do you do that? I don't understand how. Okay, so there's like banter and riffing and
Yeah.
this
and then
guy.
there's just like being good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They call him the Bill Shakespeare of parallel casting.
It's true. It's true. All right. Well, on that note, why don't we get back into the gameplay? Why don't we?
Brought to you by Clearasil.
That's right.
Who's up next, Rye?
We have Brazy. We have Beal. Both exile players. Both spicy. Both bees. And this is the third and final match of the night, folks. So we are going to tip it on over to our co-hosts, Muka and Kawa. They're going to bring you all.
It's a brothers blood feud. A Brazy brand brothers blood feud, bro.
Yeah. They're working on the matchup right now. So you're stuck with us for another couple of seconds. They are trying to find the appropriate code, I believe. But yeah. So what are you looking forward when it comes to this next matchup, Orphan? Anything stand out to you?
Frankly, I want to see some style here.
Some flair.
When it comes to gameplay, our illustrious casters have that covered. I want to see some flair, some taunts, some skins, some
not a lot of memeage thus far. Not a lot.
Needs to be more meme. There's not enough mental warfare going on for my taste, personally.
You know who was doing that really well?
Kalos. Yeah, he was. Yeah. When he made the game, he understands how things work. Mr.
That guy didn't
even make the game.
What are those like the little streamers? You know that people do. You know those things. They're on a stick. They're like streamers. They do like acrobatics with them.
For
you
cats?
Familiar? Yes, for cats.
The things that.
No, it was in old school. It was in old school.
What?
It was like an Olympic event. I don't even know if it is, but that was my point being that was Kalos.
Sounds like you made that up.
No, I'll send you a link, dude. You're gonna want to see some footage. I think it's a sport. I'm not really sure.
It's a sport where people wave around cat toys.
Yeah, kind of.
What do they get? They get paid in catnip.
I never actually thought about it from that perspective, but yeah, more or less. And that's what Kalos was doing the other night. And I want to see more of it here. I want to see more of it in the next game.
Yeah, this one's going to be a banger. Long awaited, the brothers blood feud, Brazy Bran, Bonanza. What?
The Brazy Beal Bonanza. All right.
You need to stop. Someone help us.
Please, someone cut us off.
Take us out of our misery, boys.
How are you?
A brilliant brotherhood of Brazy and Beal to
or what did I say? The brothers blood brawl. Brothers blood brawl. Orphan was one letter off. Couldn't figure it out.
All right,
But here we
so
are.
we have another
And this-
Shoshana matchup. Luca, how do you feel about
this
this?
match is bittersweet for me, man. It's two Exile teammates going at it. I help these guys both prepare. Literally so many pairings. And how do we start the first round? 2 team members. It's unfortunate, but how do I feel about this? Brazy and Beal have both shown on different streams before in the past that they're very confident with their playstyle. We see here, Brazy decides to keep the Reclamator. He's holding on to the EMP Shockwave, so he's ready for this. He's got the Star Chart, he's got a Keth, so he's got 1 OTK piece here that we can see. And looking at Beal's hand, you're gonna have to correct me because I actually have a mistake for mixing up these guys' names, but his hand's not that great. He's got the Wong and 2 Spores. It's not going to feel super strong in this matchup per se. So Brazy, I think, has a slight edge, but both these guys are kind of slow playing their early turns, which is so weird. They're both trying to get this Wong out on turn 4. And it's just like, I don't know. But Brazy draws into another piece of the OTK. He's got a Graphene. But he does important to note, Kawa, that there's no instant replicator before this. So Brazy's got to fit in that 10 damage.
Yeah. So Brazy has, correct me if I'm wrong, Brazy actually just runs Star Chart in this? Or
yeah,
is this
he just runs Star Chart.
Oh, so it is universal. Oh, I actually thought it was Earthen, but yeah, so it's a universal card, right?
Yeah, it's a universal card. Yep. It's not an Earthen card. So he runs the Star Chart. And this is their, I guess, variation instead of the Squad Trader. These guys run the Star Chart instead. The argument is, the counter argument is it's not a unit where Squad Trader is. But the pro for it is that you get to do it every turn. Every turn you get to look at the top 3 and look. So it is a strong card. And we're going to see the Reclamator here into the Star Chart. He wants to begin looking for his pieces.
Makes sense. We already have 2 combo pieces.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Brazy does run the instant replicator.
Yeah, but the problem is he's already banked his Keth.
That's true.
So now he can't get it. Like, he can still get more damage for sure. Ooh, look at that. The collateral damage taking out the Star Chart there.
Yeah.
Brazy did put in some extra effort to make sure that could go on. So good on Beal for being able to lock that in. And he's like, these guys are so peaceful. I actually think this is kind of bad for Brazy. Like, he needs to be a little aggressive here while Beal is trying to ramp up. But we're going to be at 5 energy, so you're going to see the Wong come out from Beal, and then you're going to see the Wong come out from Brazy. To Brazy's benefit, he has a kill switch that he could line up next turn if he wants. So that will work. But yeah, he's going to play that Automation Expert here. He gets a token next turn as well. So I think he's fine. He can deal with the Wong coming on the board.
BMF picked up for Beal here. Very good coming into the token turn. Most definitely a Wong coming out. Yeah, how do you feel about
Surprised by the Annihilate.
That being banked instead of one of the Spores. Do you think
I probably would have banked one of the Spores?
Mm.
Yeah, he definitely values the Spores if he's going to hold on to 2 over an Annihilate. And he draws 3, and it hits the Steward. Not bad. That's a good one. That's a good hit.
Yeah, all 3 going to the Steward means we can easily clear up that defender unit.
Yeah. Now we're at 4 energy for Brazy. It's kind of awkward for him. Like, he can't, like, PS8 kill anything, so that's going to go into the bank, it looks like. He can kill switch, though. The question is, what does he kill switch? There's literally a 3-5 and a 4-4, so that's a bit awkward for him. And he's trying to decide what does he bank and what does he keep, but he's going to kill switch here.
I think it's going to be the 3-5 that goes, I think.
Yep. He's going to kill the 3-5, and then his Artillery Juggernaut will now be able to kill Wong. So this works out. This works out for him. We're probably consider playing the Gunslinger. I don't like. What are you? There's not very few cards that you're like, oh, I need to hold this to Gunslinger it. I probably would consider Gunslingering because then I could attach Kill Switch to it next turn and run it into something. But he opts not to do that.
All right, so Beal picking up the Steward.
Yeah, he's got the Infused Core, he's got the Tithe. So this is because these guys kind of prepared together, I assume they both know what's in store for each other's deck. This is kind of like a unique situation, right? Where 2 people that practice together now have to verse each other. They kind of know the secret sauce coming out of each deck. So Brazy knows that Beal might be overvaluing like the Kingpin's Tithe or something, or he might be waiting for a few juicy relics together to play that EMP Shockwave. But we see the Tithe come out here, and I can tell that Beal values the Tithe a lot because one, he plays it over an Infused Core, and secondly, he collapsing collateral damage the Star Chart.
Mhm.
For those that don't know, Star Chart actually goes past Kingpin's Tithe because you don't actually draw the card, you just pick it up. So at a certain point with Star Chart, you can just not draw anymore, and the Tithe that does nothing.
Yeah, decides to bank the steward there at the end.
Ooh, there's another Tithe. I can bet you that's getting played next turn.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna see the Reclamator bank here. He has so many cards in hand though, where it doesn't feel like the long is good. I almost wish he plays the Ocular Implant first, but he's gonna just go for it. But he's only drawing 2, so it does work out for him.
Mm-hmm.
What unit he picks up, well, he's gotta decide. But he's gonna go for the Hardling Pilot here.
And the Wong buff goes on to
He goes
Wong
on
himself.
Yeah. So now he can play Ocular Implant. He's got to play it on something. I'd prefer he plays it on the Wong because
Yeah, so he
should
doesn't
know that
overdraw.
Black Market Fixer, or he doesn't overdraw. I like that. But he's gonna Gunslinger.
Well, he could play it on the. Yeah, the thing is, yeah, he can play on the token after he attacks, so he doesn't overdraw. But then,
Yeah,
like
I'm
you
just
said,
worried
Black
about
Market, Black
yeah.
Market Fixer is bad as well. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so he just plays the Gunslinger. He's like, if I can do a kill switch or something, or sneak in that damage. There's the Jury Rig. He just needs 2 more Graphenes and some damage on face, and he can have it. And Beal's board is like, or his hand is packed, but like, it's kind of tough for him what to play because he wasn't able to ramp. He has so many cards in hand, but he can only play one of them at a time. So I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for the Tithe here to like keep trying to keep this plan going of the double burn. But once Brazy plays that Star Chart, like it's kind of like over for that plan. He's got to figure out another one. So he's probably thinking like, do I Spores here? Do I Black Market Fixer? Again, he can only do one of the things, so it gets really, really tough.
Yeah, in this situation, I think coming back to your point of if we got rid of one of the spores, we would have had an Annihilate for this Wong, right? Which would have been huge.
Yeah. It's I mean,
it's easy to say in hindsight, right? It's easy for us to look at this and be like, but like
for
in the moment, it's completely different.
Yeah. No, the matchup's definitely. I think the matchup you could also argue is a little awkward on both sides, but he can cleanse the earth here and he'll get rid of the token. Oh, he sends Wong back. He said, your hand's full. I'm going to burn one. Does he burn an OTK piece? He burns a Reclamator. Brazy's okay. But he has Keth and the Juggernaut, right? So like it would have been a Graphene Battery burn. That does not feel good 100%. So he's lucky that didn't happen. Brazy's looking at his board, at Beal's board, and he could play the EMP here and just get rid of Tithe altogether. I don't think he's going to do that yet. I think you're going to see the Star Chart come out to try to, circumvent this. But he's going to be taking 2 damage every draw, and he needs to get to 8 energy. So it might not be a bad idea to Shockwave. But he's waiting. He's looking for the Infused Cores. He's looking for the Gaia's Call. That's what he needs to see, a Gaia's Call, so that he can feel okay with pushing this. Oh, he's going to do it.
Yep.
He's going to destroy relics. No more Tithe. 2 turns for Beal. Fortunately, Gon's trying to set up this double Tithe play. Hardling Pilot coming out. All right, Annihilate drawn. Brazy. Okay, so he's got another relic removal. Very nice. Black Market Fixer coming out. Killing this Hardling Pilot. He does not want any kill switch juggling. Fair enough. But there is a token coming out, so Brazy doesn't have to worry about like how does he kill the Black Market Fixer or anything of that nature. Third Spores.
Yeah, Beal does also have the answer with the other Black Market Fixer for the next token that will come out, which is quite good.
Yeah. There's the Ocular Implant. So he's gonna definitely get past this like 30 damage benchmark. He just has to get the last piece. He needs another Graphene Battery. What do we got? He needs 2 more Graphene Batteries.
Yep.
Because right now he's only got 12 damage on that Jury Rig Juggernaut.
Jury rig. Yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't attacked with the Gunslinger. I'm not sure what he's thinking about here. Oh, he's figuring out what he wants to bank first, I guess. This is
Would you be getting?
I'm wondering.
I don't think I'd get rid of the fixer here because I guess if
No, I
Beal
probably
plays
would have gotten rid of one kill switch. I think.
yeah, I think if Beal plays conduit, it's just such a nice answer to it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he has the kill switch and the gunslinger, so this is not an appetizing board to spores. So he could always double kill switch a gunslinger if he wanted to and clear out anything as a problem. Anti-organic Voltron. 18 cards left in deck. Black Market Smuggler in Beal's hand. Is he going to play this to steal Star Chart? He is. He does not want Brazy to have it. So he's just going to steal it himself. But that's his whole turn. And then he'll bank here. He draws into the Steward of the Garden. There's a Graphene.
One more.
So we are at how much? 8 plus 2 is 10. Plus times 2 is 20. He's got 5 damage on board. So he needs to get a little bit more. I mean, if he wongs, he can't wong here. He doesn't have enough energy, but like to do wong and other cards. But if he hits enough and bumps one up, he could just end this. Like the problem also with this Shoshana deck is at least at the current moment, there's no defenders. Ooh, he's thinking of kill switching. And that's good because he can kill switch, bank, and play Wong.
Yeah.
Which is what he wants. He's literally looking for one more piece. He doesn't care if he like overdraws or anything. So I think this works out fine.
And we probably
he has the ocular implant also. Oh, he's gonna bank the what? Is he playing the graphene? Oh no, he's holding it. Okay. I was about to say. Okay, so no pieces, unfortunately, but this is still good for him because
this is good, right? Because it filters through and it puts the rest on the bottom, right?
The rest are on the bottom. That's 5 in the bottom. So within the next 10 cards is the last graphene he needs. Let's see if this ocular implant hits it. He's just baiting if he attacks or not. He's not going to attack with it because he doesn't want to overdraw. Oh, okay, never mind. He does not care. There's the instant replicator, so that's it. I wish he banked the... Oh, you know why he held on to the graphene? He probably was hoping to draw... If he drew an instant replicator, then he could put the instant replicator first.
Sure.
That might have been an option for him. But his board is good. Like, it doesn't look like you want to spores. He's got... Beal has a Black Market Fixer. He could double Black Market Fixer. He can play the Commandeered Warship. But yeah, he's definitely feels like he's in a tough spot. Brazy's not looking too bad right now. Ooh, he's considering sporsing. Okay, so he's gonna spores. He's gonna give Beal 2 turns to figure this out, and he'll play his Rhetorician to be a little aggressive. So we're at 9 energy here. Scrap Heap Salvager getting sent to the waste because of the overdraw.
Wait, is it enough with just the...
That's what I was trying to think.
Here? I think it is,
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I think if we just
9,
throw
10.
graphene in and then
would. I think he sees it. That would be 20 damage. Yeah, let's get. I think he sees
it's 8 on board plus 20, right? So it's 28.
Yep. Yeah, he sees it as well. Yep. Hitting face. There we go.
I was actually more.
See it? It is more. 3 more. There you go. And he sees it. That's the 20 damage. He didn't need to go over. And Brazy taking this game 1 with the Jury Rig Juggernaut. These guys get it pretty close to curve, man. You gotta be freaking scared. Good game here.
You think that old thing can beat our machines?
That's crazy, man.
Thanks, boys. Thanks, Muka. Thanks, Kawa.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Sorry.
Hit it in stride.
Thank you.
Hit it in stride.
I'm not used to thanking people.
You should get used to it, man. You should try it sometimes.
I'll try it. I'll try it. I've heard it's nice.
Yeah, it feels good.
These workshop decks are hidden.
They're like so incredibly on point. What was that? T9? He had that ready at T9?
yeah, either that or turn 8. I wasn't. Yeah, that's crazy. That's
Crazy.
really fast, and it
Like clockwork.
feels like Shoshana's just a little bit too slow
A little bit.
uh,
Yeah.
for these aggressive decks.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like it's quite keeping up at the moment. But GG's, boys. Congrats to Brazy and the first one there. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they pull out next. That was the first time that we saw the necessary relic removal as well. And it was, of course, on Brazy's side, because he knows what it's like to play that Shoshana deck. So
Yep.
he was raring and ready to go to get those relics out of the way.
For sure. Yeah, stole the star chart.
I like that. That was a good one.
That's not something you see every day.
That was a
but
cheeky little play. I appreciated that one.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's a good one. So let's take a look at the decks that they've got on deck, pun
Yep.
intended. Brazy with the Workshop and Nehemiah. And then we got Beal with Shoshana and Workshop as well. So
Yeah. Should be good, man. Well, we're going to hang out for a little bit until we get into the next match. They're working out some things in the background. But yeah, what are some things that you're looking for with that Nehemiah deck, knowing that you play a little bit more earthen?
well, if my play has anything to say about it, you'll probably lose. But hopefully, Brandon, most likely Brazy is better than me, and so
Why don't we do this then? This is a great segue. Why don't we bring on Muka and Kawa to react to it then? And get their thoughts.
we could do that. I do know that there is a very aggressive variant of the Nehemiah deck. Have you guys seen that running around?
Muka
that's a good
told me
one.
about it a little bit, yeah, and I feel like it's really powerful. Nehemiah is the type of Paragon that, like, it can kind of seem a little bit slow. It's really interesting, right? Because you can play it slower, but then suddenly it can become really powerful, really fast. I think we might have seen that.
Yeah, from
Was it
Beal.
yesterday, Muka? Oh no, it was from Beal during it was
In
the
Quinto.
exhibition match.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was exhibition matches.
Mm.
But yeah,
He
like
knows.
Nehemiah could be definitely a huge issue. Like the Malachite Shield's coming out early with the Nehemiah, or you could just go wide with a bunch of units. Some earthen players choosing to play ceremonial rites, some going with the fungi, with the Malachite Shield. So like you can be as aggressive as you want to be with that deck. It's kind of cool. It's like some players label their Marco deck Smork 1 and then their Nehemiah decks Smork 2.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's a pretty
Can go
flexible.
pretty fast.
It's a pretty flexible type, yeah, with all the because you can obviously get big guys, and Primea Conduit's a real flexible card in that deck too. There's all sorts of different ways you can play it in different matchups. So
Yeah, I think Earthen is one of my favorite Paragons that I've seen played, like overall, like outside tournament, just in general.
Yeah.
Because it's the only Paragon that people are still experimenting with. All parallel, where people are experimenting with all three Paragons.
Right. It's unique in that, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Not many people are playing everything or trying out
Exactly.
everything.
Exactly. There's viable solutions for each Paragon where it feels
Mhm.
like it's a little weaker in some of the others, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very, very much so. When we queued open, I had my hand like rubbing my forehead because we were supposed to hear Orphan Solutions to playing Earthen. So I was just getting myself ready. I was just getting myself ready to hear them.
Dude, we just like to balance it. We try to put ourselves low to build you up. You know what I mean? That's what good hosts do for each other.
That you guys are exceptional hosts. You guys are exceptional. We got a lot to learn. We just
lower the bar enough, and then we let you shine.
Just pass it on to Kawa and Muka.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, here's the real key. You start pontificating about things that can't even happen in the game, and that's the real key to good hosting.
Yeah, it's the strategy.
Because then when it somehow happens, you're
a genius. Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, you look like a genius.
100%.
Until then,
I do want to say, no, it's fine. I want to go to what you guys were talking about with the memeage. Like I once you said that, it clicked in my head, and I was like, dang, everyone's too respectful.
Yeah, there's been none of it. Literally none.
Yeah, I want some narratives of smack talk. Like, oh, that guy's an ass. Like, what is going
Exactly.
on here?
Mhm.
Like, he just
Exactly.
emotes everyone. I want a little finesse. Not in this match because it's 2 teammates, but anywhere else, I think it's fine. They can meme each other for fun. But
Right.
if one guy's just hitting emotes and the other guy's not, there's going to be some issues after the game.
It's gonna be a little heated in the exile server.
Yeah.
Oh my
Are
gosh.
there any matchups that you guys have seen in the bracket so far that are a little hot blooded? Because I know these are
Testy.
teammates. Most people are pretty friendly, but are there any blood rivals?
Yeah, where's the drama,
Uh,
guys?
Yeah.
I haven't seen any, but it looks like this next match is ready. So this is like a what do we call it? Brothers Blood Brawl.
Yeah, let's
Mhm.
get into the brothers drama then.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
All right. Frazee brings in the Nehemiah and Beal swaps to the Juggernaut Workshop. I got my notepad ready for this game too. Let's do this.
Oh, the notepad coming in handy, coming in clutch. Because
Man, I'm just like,
after when we miscounted, oh man,
it's never happening again.
Never again.
Yeah. These guys are spawning their server. Hopefully they get in. Sometimes they do get timeouts, but if that happens, we'll just swap right back and go queue up. Not too much of an issue. But this match is actually pretty interesting. I'm going to argue it's fairly even. Like no one has a clear cut. Like the Nehemiah can be pretty aggressive, so the workshop has to be kind of like smart about how it trades and uses his upgrades and all that stuff. It's kind of like all both in your face, and they also play upgrades, right? So you can't just anti-organic pulse wipe the board because they might just put Aurora Fungi in one of their defenders, and then it's like, now I got to figure out how to deal with this the old-fashioned way.
Sure.
So it could be. This one's gonna be an interesting watch. It'll depend a lot on their hands and the tempo and stuff. If Beal can get that on curve OTK, it looks like they're having some trouble getting the server spawned in this game. So we might queue back. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, we might be passing it back.
Yeah.
Orphan Orion a bit, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, this is a really interesting matchup because
there we go.
Like you mentioned, yeah.
Hello.
Wow,
We're back.
what a quick match, guys. What are your
Crazy?
I cannot believe the play I saw out of both of them, man. It looks like they were doing nothing.
Wow, instant concede.
Yeah.
Beal absolutely scared, shaking in his boots.
Yeah. 8 reclamators in the mulligan. That's wild.
It's 1-1 already, guys. It's crazy, right?
Wow. Unreal. This one's flying by.
Of course, we are in a closed beta, so a couple matchmaking difficulties here and there is nothing to be concerned about.
Yeah, it's actually been incredibly smooth.
Yeah. I was very surprised that this is like literally the first one that I've seen on stream.
Right.
That was the first bug that I saw earlier too. That was the only bug that I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both the game and the tournament have been like really, really well put together, like incredibly polished for such an early stage of development for all this. So
I'm excited for the future of all of this too. You know, like if this is anything that shows where we're heading, it's really, really strong.
Yeah, for this to be the first one, like leading into tournaments coming, as Planetfall releases, and then also like coming into the new year, and then when people finally get their hands on it, when it comes to Steam open beta, man, it's gonna be so exciting.
Yeah.
Oh man, you guys were talking about how long it's been since a pack drop with the Planetfall and stuff. And you guys are over here talking about like PS15s and stuff, and me and Kawa have never experienced a pack drop.
Are you serious?
Our first one. Yeah.
No way.
I came into Parallel during pack drop 6, and I had nothing. And I really hope the Planetfall, the prerequisites are pretty easy for the manifest, because if it's the same case, I'm not getting this one either. But yeah, Kawa came in a little later after me too. So like we haven't seen a pack drop happen like live and been there and opened them. So it's gonna be super exciting to see what people pull. And I guess this time it'll be a little different, right? Because when you guys opened your packs, you didn't even know what the cards did, right?
Nope.
Yeah, exactly.
It was just art.
Yeah.
Well,
so we just had to sit on my guess.
In that very first one, I opened a Catalyst drive, and I didn't even know what it was.
Nice.
And I'm like, is this good? And Koji was there, and he's like, yeah, man, that's really good.
Yeah, him and Merchant were both. It was like one of the first streams that we had with them, and they're like, "You got a what?"
Yeah, it was crazy. It was like, it looks the same.
I'm stoked for
Same
you
as the
guys,
others.
though. That's gonna be
Yeah.
so fun.
I'm very excited.
It's
I love
really
pack
fun.
openings. It's one of the coolest
It's the
parts
best.
of TCGs, and it feels even better, right, with the way that Parallel does it, because obviously we get it's a little added layer of ownership.
Exactly.
Very, very nice. So I'm excited for Planetfall and to see what cards come out, and hopefully we get to know what they do immediately when they come out, because
That'd be cool.
I am not. I don't know how you guys did anything with like I wouldn't have traded anything like with not knowing what they did. I'm like, I don't know what this is.
I know it's tough.
It was basically just how cool things looked. It was just a giant vibe check.
It's like,
It was probably the best.
is this card gonna be powerful based off of how awesome it looks?
Exactly.
That was pretty much it.
Yeah.
Greetings.
All right, guys, we're
All right,
hopping
These
into
guys
it.
are
Good
queuing
luck.
up again. Let's see if we get into the server and get this game. Here we go. Back at the
Fingers
screen.
crossed. Come on.
Yeah. The game is they don't want to see two brothers fight. That's what it comes down to.
The game's refused. Oh no, we're in.
No, it said never mind. You can fight. You can go for it. All right, so we're looking at Brazy's mulligan here. He's gonna send let's see what he sent. He sent one formidable presence, black market smuggler, full. We're doing a full mulligan.
Full
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. He hit it hot. Beal, we didn't get to see what he banked, but he has
Two
a
Mizra. The grow. Oh yeah, so
of the decay.
yeah. One piece of the
Sorry, go
OTK,
ahead.
but then on Brazy's side, it's pretty good too, right? You've got a Steward, you've got a Grove, you've got two Mizras.
Yeah.
You've actually got two Stewards now. This is pretty good.
And the crew boss, he could ramp like crazy. Oh my gosh. And the guy's call. Oh my gosh. He needs to draw relic removal. Beal doing nothing these first two turns. The Keth in the bank. I don't know again what's the first card that was in the bank, so we can't see that. But he has access to 3 energy out the bat. So I mean there's no Malachite Shield, but he can go wide. He can go Mizra into another Steward, and then he has 5 energy. He's deciding what to bank here. Oh my god, he might do the guy's call. We might see a madman in our presence.
Are we ever seeing Steward and Fungi rather than the Mizra? I think the Mizra's always better.
That's pretty good too. I like that. But Fungi might be held on to. I don't know. Like it's either like he needs the damage to clear something, or he might hold it long enough to be like, oh, like we're in anti-organic pulse range. If I hold on to this and I play it, my unit won't die.
Sure.
So it's kind of a tough decision. I think that's why he was considering to bank the Gaia's call, and he's still considering, and he's gonna do it.
Oh.
Wait, did he do it? He stopped again. Oh my god, it's a tough decision. 13 seconds.
13 seconds.
Thanks the guy's call. He's made his decision. He's going in without the guy's call. And like honestly, it's not the worst decision. Relic removal is tough. And if he doesn't play, he knows Beal plays relics. So his idea is like, okay, well, if I don't play my guy's call, he's just gonna hold on to a relic removal this whole game. On top of that, his hand was very early game driven. So he doesn't have much in there. We just saw a Grove Guardian. Oh my god, that is a crazy crew boss.
Disgusting. Oh my god.
There we go. He's trading. He's trading with the crew boss, just wiping out this board. Oh my gosh. This is very, very good for him. This is the aggression.
Yeah, Beal's not gonna have an answer even to clear one of these stewards. So we're gonna
He can hard link pilot and the kill switch. So he does have an answer. Yeah. He can clear it. He can clear both the one unit. So that'll probably be the Mizra, or he might choose to do the crew. Knowing Beal, I'm going to guess we should do like predictions because I know both players. I'd guess he's gonna do the kill switch the crew boss because he doesn't want like the full scaling. He just will take his bets with the Mizra, but we'll see here. There's that play, and Brazy's doing a good job not playing the Aurora Fungi yet too. Oh, this is actually no. We know what he's gonna get killed. We forgot that there's an artillery token coming out, so that'll kill the Mizra off.
Yep. Gotta maintain this ramp though, which is
he literally has another Mizra in hand.
Oh,
Conduit. Not too bad. Not too bad. Brazy has a lot of options here. While Beal will be able to start to replenish, right? Like when the kill switch dies,
Yeah, we
he
got the Wong
can
as well.
yeah, he can Wong, he can Scrappy Salvager the kill switch back and play a hardling pilot so he can keep juggling kill switch. So I think we're underestimating Beal's hand a little bit. Brazy's is just obviously very, very strong. But Beal could time this to juggle a lot, which is good. The problem for him though is this kill switch is going to go on a 2-5, and I think he might struggle a few turns to kill it. Like kill it off. Like how do I kill off my own 2-5? Well, there's not many units on here that are doing damage. He has to either run into a Primea's Conduit or something of that nature. And I guess he'll be able to because there's the Primea's Conduit.
Yeah, that's still a misplay though, right? We should have hit face for
Yeah,
2.
I think you should have either hit face for 2 or played the Mizra.
Yeah.
The Mizra is probably pretty strong now. I think it's like a 3 something, a 3-4. So it wouldn't have killed it off, but it's still strong. Ooh, good draw. 7 attack on the Wong. Yeah, I think Brazy's Primea Conduit was not the right play because now he's kind of force killing his Primea Conduit when he didn't have to. But I think he's really valuing this Mizra here. Oh, he doesn't even attack. What?
That is a very strange play.
Yeah, now I think we're all perplexed now. Like, oh, I don't even know. You know why I think he was okay with the Primea Conduit drawing? Because he could play Nehemiah and then attach upgrades to defenders.
True.
And Beal was like, I don't want that to happen, so he's almost not gonna let any of it happen, which is interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. And yeah, he's gonna pass defender off this way. And then he'll play Nehemiah. I guess this is the Nehemiah turn. He's gonna black market Fixer first. This looks like I feel like both these guys are kind of misplaying. This is an awkward set of turns. And you can see it in the way Brazy's playing too. Like Beal didn't even do anything really. So you can definitely tell. I mean, he got the Wong and drew a bunch, but he didn't actually like make any plays. And now Brazy's sitting here like, what do I do? Like this is awkward for me too. Kill switch is gonna probably kill off the defender so that there's no more defender cycling around. Oh, it kills the black market Fixer. Yo, I can't guess anything right. This is a very interesting game, Kawa.
Yeah.
Student Shoshana in the bank. Is he gonna upgrade in Suicide? No, he's just gonna play Mizra 3-5. He draws into Doctor's Assistant. I think that's the name of the card. 3 cost 3-4. You reveal a banked card and you heal a unit based on the energy cost of that card.
Yeah, a lot of cards available to Beal here. Yeah, very weird game altogether.
Yeah. What did we see something get burned? No.
No,
I thought I saw damage or something go somewhere. No.
No, we just saw
Yeah,
the black market Fixer kill off the
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah. Reclamator Bank, Scrap Heap Salvager, pull off the kill switch. So you can keep juggling. I mean, the Wong, he trades. He's valuing these trades. Oh, well, there's a defender, so he has to get rid of them. Okay, he has to cleanse the earth, but he can't send any tokens or anything back. The problem is there's a kill switch, so like, yeah, he's gonna put the defender on. He's gonna play the Doctor's Assist and maybe pass upgrade to it. I don't know. I'm just gonna watch and commentate on what actually happened.
It's an awkward turn, I think, here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think even Brazy's like, what do I do? Like,
yeah, this is definitely weird. And Beal is like, I mean, he has more cards in hand, right? So now this starts to go in his favor. He gets a token next turn. Brazy had a ton of momentum, but now it feels like it's pretty tough.
I think it's
Yeah,
tough.
he just
Brazy's had all of this energy available to him as well, and just cannot really utilize it. Has not drawn into like really good cards.
Yeah, and I feel like his deck's a little more aggro, so now I feel like there's some regret on the guy's call bank, but we see that EMP Shockwave in Beal's hand. He's waiting. Yeah, that card might as well just be a permanent card in his hand for the rest of this game. He was waiting to see a guy's call, unless the game gets so late. It doesn't matter. But these guys are on turn 6, and they're just trading, like no face damage yet, too, which is crazy. But we do see a Graphene drawn from Beal, and I believe he already has one Keth in there. That's why I started taking notes, because it's been a while. Both these guys really thinking it through on like what they can do next. Let's see. I mean, I in my case, you just oh wow, he's gonna put the Graphene on the scrap heap and trade. What? We saw this happen yesterday. I guess we're seeing it happen today.
Are we
And
saying
he's gonna attack for 7?
Is he actually just saying there's no spores? Is that what
I
Beal's
guess,
saying?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is good for. I mean, Brazy could use his Cleanse the Earth, worst case scenario, and send the scrap heap back. And then one of the upgrades at least would fade, so the Keth, the Graphene will go to stick in the waste.
Mm-hmm.
But he doesn't draw an answer.
This is big for Beal. Beal can push like
Yeah,
at least
a lot of
7,
damage.
right? Yeah, at least 7 because, like you said, the Cleanse the Earth can clean up a little bit.
Yeah, and I'm surprised like this Wong is sitting here with 1 health for this long. Brazy's in a tough spot. Like he wants to cleanse the Earth, the token, but he can't. So I think he's going to honestly cleanse the Earth, the 6/1, and then probably play Nehemiah. Nehemiah will die to the Wong though. That feels so bad. Oh man.
If you cleanse the Earth on the Salvager, do the upgrades get passed still, or do they kind of just dissipate? If that makes sense.
They like, what do you mean when they get bounced?
Yeah.
The upgrades will go to the waste.
Okay, got you.
Yeah. But the scrap heap, it's not so bad because it's like you just grab again what you wanted or whatever. Oh my god, 2 spores into the waste. I mean, in the bank.
Yep.
Well, there's Formidable Presence, so that can turn the tide.
Yeah,
But
that's needed.
I assume Beal's just gonna hit face for 13.
Yeah.
He's just like pushing this. What an interesting game. I don't know how we got here. Let's see. What is his options? He can
Wong still has. I think we hit with Wong first because it has Ocular Implant, right? So we draw.
Yeah.
Wait, no, we can't draw. We can't draw on 7, right? Yeah.
8's the limit, so he could draw.
Oh, it's 8. Yeah, he can. Okay.
Yeah. So he can draw for sure.
Yeah, we think we always draw first, see what we get, maybe decide then what we want
I
to
agree.
bank.
For sure. I do agree. I mean, hell, he could put hard length with an upgrade and like try to get the automation expert to defend. He's gonna anti-organic pulse. A bit aggressive, but he just doesn't want any units on this board to take over anything. He doesn't want to. He wants these guys cleared. He has a graphene battery on that scrap
And
heap
another Ocular
today.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
All right, double draw. There's the jury rigged and a star chart. All right, so he needs. He's actually not even that far. He can just
What's
play
in the bank? Is it just Keth?
It's a Keth and a graphene, so that should be enough.
That is enough, yeah.
Yeah. There's the Tane top deck, but no defender to give it to.
Yeah.
He's gonna play the Formidable Presence, stall this game out a little bit. Is he picking 3? How many is he picking? I don't think he wants to bank the Tane. He just picks 1. He's just gonna clear the board with the Scrap Heap Salvager having graphene. And he'll be able. He's not gonna draw, so he's only at 6 energy. He's gonna stay at 6 energy. He needs 8 to get this Tane out. He's gonna bank. He has to bank. Bank in Nehemiah? He doesn't want to. He's looking at it.
I think you have to bank in Nehemiah.
Yeah.
It protects against jury rig, right?
Yeah. He has 2 defenders.
Mhm.
And he already used anti. Oh my gosh, he's not banking. You need 2 turns on that, sir. I don't know. Point defense turret drawn by Beal here. He's
Beal playing very fast here.
Yeah, some shipping damage with that turret. Gets the automation expert out, and he draws a kill switch. He just needs a chance to hit. And it's over. Ooh. Cunning Diplomat. That's 1 extra defender. He's got the Mizra. Something has to go in the bank, so that's got to be Mizra.
Mizra's definitely going in the bank.
Yeah, and you have the Nehemiah here.
So it's only... Actually, wait. This... Nehemiah's got to come out here. If Nehemiah doesn't come out, I was gonna say if she didn't come out, that might have been game, right? Because it's you hit into the
Yeah.
Yeah.
We see Beal hovering over the kill switch that he wants to use and just like ensure get the OTK underway. But now with the Nehemiah and actually it doesn't matter because Nehemiah makes the Cunning Diplomat have one attack, so the kill switch can be effective here and kill off the Nehemiah. Brazy
That's so
needs a
interesting.
defender to stay on the board. He needs a defender to stay on the board so he can pass the defender on to Tane. That's what he's trying to do. But man, he's not able to. He's just shooting the Cunning Diplomat with his point defense turret. There's the trade, kill switch. Then he'll be able to hit face for 2.
Yep.
There's
Push
the
out
automation.
another.
He may even draw with the Squad Trader if he wants to.
Yep.
Yeah, there it is. Kill the automation. He's playing Squad Trader and Star Chart, by the way.
Yeah, really cycling.
Ooh, Anti-Organic Pulse. It's a good draw. He banks the Reclamator. And what does he get? Oh, a token. We get a Defender out. Yes. Oh my god. 3 defenders on board. This is tough. Oh, a Jonah drawn. So there is a defender, but it's not. He needs a small cost defender so that he can pass it on. But this works. This will work. There's no more kill switches. If he wants to anti-organic pulse, he will also lose his units, so it's not that bad. Like this does something. But Brazy can't even like get extra draws. Like he's holding on to this Tane. He can't bank it. Man, this is tough. He draws into another point defense turret. He's just shooting away. Beal's probably doing the math here. Can he just kill this all and win with OTK? I wish he didn't bank the Reclamator last turn. Because he could have banked it this turn and been at 11 energy.
Wait, is that?
Or no, he would have been at
No, it's not.
Yeah, that's what no, because there's a second set of defenders, right? So it's 3, 5, 6, 7.
I think it was one off. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, with turret now he can kill the Jonah.
Mm.
And Brazy's not getting any luck. He just needs something to give defender to this Tane. Like that's really what this man is looking for right now. All these trades going on into this Jonah. 4 more damage to face. Brazy's fighting on for dear life. That's it. There are no more defenders. That's going to be a game. Brazy will concede a 1-1 series. Beal pulls out the win without the OTK.
And there you have it.
Wow.
1-1. Another
was
third match.
Banger. An absolute barn burner. I'm
I
only
want
using
Jonah.
B's from here on out, dude. Brazy, Beal, barn burner.
Ooh, that's bold of you.
Oh man, I ran out of words. Oh, damn it.
That was a great one to tie it up there.
Holy smokes, man.
We're heading on into a game 3, dude.
Game three of match 3. That T5 where they didn't trade was a little dicey. I know Muka and Kawa were a bit confused about it too, so they weren't really sure if that was an accident, was that intentional, was Brazy just sort of like thrown off by that. So I made note of that because that was a little bit different, and he really wanted to get that Tane off at the end too, and I think that would have been, maybe like a last ditch effort there by Brazy, but
him and I both, brother.
Whew, yeah, you really wanted it.
I just
on your
want
bingo
Tane
card
to hit the battlefield. Because you win the game after that happens.
That's what it's an automatic win. If anyone in the chat doesn't know this game, second Tane comes out, automatic win.
You can't kill him because he comes back every turn. There's literally no way in the game to get rid of him.
Unless you're playing Shroud. Unless you
Spores.
Banish.
Spores. Hey, we don't talk about that here. That's a B word we don't
Banished
use in this part.
Dab on that.
So, do you think there will be trouble in the
Beal household,
in the Exile household, if when one of these guys inevitably goes home tonight?
Nah, they all work together, man. They're thick as thieves. I'm sure they'll be proud no matter what. But yeah, not maybe great to have 2 Exile players against one another in the very first round of playoffs, especially 2 very strong players.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. It's a little bit of bad luck in the tournament bracketing and how the seeding worked, but you know what? These guys are troopers. They press on, and when it comes to the play in the middle of the game that was a little bit confusing, I always like to just imagine that they are five-heading themselves. They're like thinking 8 turns beyond and just like completely blowing it out, and so they're probably just thinking about stuff we aren't.
That's probably true. We're not smart. We're not. But
true.
speaking of smarts, we're gonna go into it. They're gonna show us the ropes. Game 3.
Yes, sir.
Here we go.
All right, Luca. Here we go.
Sister match. Nehemiah versus Shauna. Let's see what happens this game. What's nice for Brazy in this matchup is there's no like OTK or tokens coming out. So if Beal tries to do this tide strategy again, oh man, EMP Shockwave drawn. Nice. Like it's almost like Brazy has to be aggressive here. Like he should be fine.
Yep.
And we see Beal's hand here. He's got the Steward of the Garden, 2 Cleanse the Earth, the Rhetorician, and the Primea Conduit. Looking at Brazy's, he's got the Steward of the Garden, EMP Shockwave, Formidable Presence, Guidance Call, and Cunning Diplomat. So I'm gonna say pseudo awkward hands from both guys. They both have the Steward, but like not much to go off it after. Beal actually with double Primea Conduit could be good. He might actually choose to be pretty aggressive this game.
Yeah,
Brazy. Yeah, he's just drawing some of his lower cost units to accelerate the game a little bit, but nothing to kind of keep pushing. Let's see what he draws with Cunning Diplomat. Oh man, another Grove Guardian.
The more I see Cunning Diplomat, the card grows on me, honestly, because as I said, like I didn't see much of it before, but the card really, really does grow on me. You know, it's like sometimes it can feel like, oh, it's just a basically 2-cost draw card, and then it's like, is the body impact? The body actually is pretty impactful in a lot of situations, right? It really, really does help.
Especially in Nehemiah, it's really good because it passes Defender along. So once these other units with 4 health get Defender, Nehemiah can come out, and then it becomes a problem. And I think that's exactly what we're going to see here is Nehemiah come out this turn. What gets banked? It's probably the Spores here. Ooh, Jonah. Is this a Guy's Called game? Are we guys calling out the gate, or are we playing Nehemiah out the gate? I don't know. I feel like he should still... I mean, if he guys call, I'd prefer he do it next turn, because this turn is a big shift. So it's almost like you should just get your Defender out, your Defender passed, play your Nehemiah, kill this Primea Conduit, and do some of your damage. But like, you could value the Spores, right? Like, you'll see Jonah later, but you could play Jonah the next turn, and it would be an 8/8 with Nehemiah out. So that's why I'm kind of like, I don't think you should bank it, but he banks it anyways, and he's going to bring the Nehemiah.
No, Nehemiah's going to get bounced, right?
So you can't bounce it anymore. They've updated Cleanse the Earth, so no more Paragon units. But it will get Change of Hearted for sure. But it's still a 7/7 Defender, very strong. So there's the Primea Conduit dying. And now we have a 1/1 Grove Guardian. But not too shabby. He's testing his bank. He draws into another Spores. I'm sure he wished he kept that Jonah now. But we're going to see the Guy's Call get played next turn. Most definitely. 3 Primea Conduits in Beal's hand. I mean, it's good, but it's also weird because it's just like you're playing just 1 card every turn. Just
3? Oh no, there's only 2, right? There's only 2.
Yeah, but he just got one. One just died, so he drew into the other 2. So he's gone through all 3. But yeah, he can't. But it does work out because he can like jam these in until he has his Rhetorician ready, and that'll be a 5/5. So that's a pretty big unit.
Yep.
Beal's trying to decide what he wants to do. Does he want to bounce away the Defender? Maybe. I think that's what he's thinking. Like, oh, if I Cleanse the Earth, or if I Change of Heart here to stop the Nehemiah, these are all like pretty good options for him.
The bounce removes the Defender transfer, right? Or does it?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Oh, he's gonna bank a Primea Conduit. Okay. And he's gonna play the other one. All right.
Sure.
Not bad.
You think it's a Guy's Call?
I think he should definitely Gaia's Call if like that.
Mm.
If this is the way he's playing. He's worried because like, oh, if he gets hit by a black market smuggler, then he could lose it, and then he has to EMP Shockwave the next turn. Um, it gets tough, right? The Gaia's Call, you're taking a big risk. I wish he kept that Jonah. It would have been an 8/8. I think he overvalued the spores, but it's fine. It's not necessarily wrong because he's like, oh, I'm just trying to Gaia's Call it.
I think we should. Yeah, I think we need to see Gaia here.
Yeah. He's gonna attack. Gets the pass defender. These hitting the steward is actually so nice. Like, he'll die anyways. Yep, trade here. Kill off this board. Well, now you have a rhetorician coming, so it's a little tough. But he's gonna play the Gaia's Call. Or not.
Yep.
All right, there we go.
There it is.
Draws into a steward. But no more defenders, so that is one good thing for Beal. Draws into a third Cleanse the Earth.
No.
I'm sure he's not happy about that. And no more steward too, so like the rhetorician has to come out next turn. He draws into the infused core. So I'm sure Brazy is sighing a little bit of relief. And he could play Student of Shoshana and start making it stronger right out the gate with his all the units in his hand. Which we might see. He's trying to decide what he banks. Does he bank a spores or keep going? I think you bank the spores and you keep going, but he's valuing this last spores. I'm trying to understand for what, but I'm not sure. Play the Student of Shoshana here, followed by the Mizra. Yep, that'll make it a 3/3 and a 1/3.
Conduit pickup.
Commandeered Worship draw from Beal. He's gonna bank the rhetorician. Okay, he's pushing for the he's gonna infuse core here. And Brazy can't EMP Shockwave because he will then kill his own the Gaia's Call. So but this Nehemiah is still on the board. Cleanse the Earth on the Student of Shoshana. Yeah, just like resetting this a little bit.
Oh, if Cleanse the Earth was the way it was before, my god.
Yeah, it'd be so strong. Yeah, Cleanse the Earth drawn on the other side. I think you bank the spores. I think both these players are overvaluing spores. He's got one more turn until the Gaia's Call goes active. He just needs his Nehemiah to stay alive, and he has a ton of damage on board. I think he goes Student of Shoshana into Primea Conduit, bank the spores.
Yeah,
but he's valuing the spores. Someone explain to me the spores. I'm gonna yell at both these players because I talked to them. All right, here we go. 1 damage with the Mizra, but he's got a 6/6 Primea Conduit, so that's nice. But that's gonna get Black Market Fixer. I think these Earthen players, you can tell Kawa when people are playing Augencore, they're thinking like, oh, my token's gonna get Fixered. Let me play this way.
Yeah.
But the Earthen players, they play Primea Conduit, not thinking about Black Market Fixer. I feel like enough. Like I don't know. Like it feels tough. But he does get the pass defender onto the Mizra. It's now at 3/3, and no Gaia's Call removal. I believe this will be the 3rd turn, right?
Okay. Well. Okay.
Yeah. There we go.
I understand that now. Why no spores? Because he wanted to actually take advantage of the Gaia's Call, right? Like to be able to play the student, which is fair.
Yeah, that's fair with the Student of Shoshana. I'll give him that. But I mean, it would have just gotten buffed all the same because it would have already been out. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
no,
would
I
have
understand.
had 1 more damage.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's necessarily needed, but yeah, he's got a lot of damage for sure. How much are we looking at right now? 8 and 5.
Not that much damage. It's only well, it's only like 13?
13, 16.
16.
Yeah, Nehemiah's but Beal, man, he saw the Gaia's Call coming and he banked the Commandeered Worship. I'm very interested into why he decided to bank. Like he banked the Rhetorician, he banked the Commandeered Worship, like all these big threats. Like we saw this happen with Big Hoss also. Not a lot of the units to create that pressure. It's almost like lets your opponent have free reign to make decisions. And that's what Brazy's doing exactly here. He also has Formidable Presence. He could swing for an extra 6 damage.
We're holding the
So this is-
shockwave, right, for some more relics. I think we have to.
Yeah, we're holding the shockwave. Yeah. And then I'm gonna tell you, Beal probably plays on Fuse Core next turn and gets hit by a shockwave and takes 8 damage.
Mm-hmm.
But he's
We're
gonna
close to-
have 8 energy next turn, right? Yeah. So there's the spores in the bank. And now he gets the trade. Do any of these kill the black market fixer? I guess not.
Mizra
Just
might.
all face.
Oh no.
Just all face. And he draws the fungi. So he's got a lot of damage next game too. Ooh. The collateral damage drawn 1 turn too late. It did not. Oh my god! And Beal just concedes.
God.
He saw the collateral damage hit him.
Holy smokes. Holy smokes.
Dude, the
That
collateral
guy's call.
damage at the end there.
Oh my
It's like-
gosh.
Oh, that makes sense. You would concede. That's tough. You wish that you would have drawn that.
That's tough, man. GG's, guys.
GG's.
Great matches all around. Let's get the gents on. Let's talk to them. Let's
Sure.
decompress after hours of incredible playoffs play.
Wow.
Man,
Yo,
Luca, how are you feeling after that?
That was man. I saw the collateral damage, and it definitely was collateral damage because Beal saw that card and hit concede. He's like, "This sucks. Everything sucks." Like, yeah. That was definitely tough. But again, I don't know. Like, it's the same thing we saw from Shoshana, and I think a lot of people are confusing that Shoshana maybe is too slow. But it's just like the way we saw it played today was like undervaluing the units you have on curve earlier than your opponent. Like, again, Rhetorician in the bank, Commandeered Warship in the bank, and it's like you could have just brought these guys out, and then your opponent has to figure out like solutions to do this. Instead, you let him just build a board, and the guy's call went off. Brazy's play was good. The only thing that I didn't like was he banked his Jonah when he had a Nehemiah play. I was like, oh, he could have played it the next turn and kept pushing for damage with an 8/8 defender.
Yeah, and he wanted it for his guy's call to hit, or what was he?
He wanted it for the guy's call, I think. I mean, and the spores, the spores was like just interesting. I'm gonna ask them both, like, why do you guys like spores so much in the Earthen Mirror?
The mirror match is like you usually want to bank it more in my experience, because it's you both have the same cards that can take advantage of it, and so it's not.
Do you think
great.
as well? Do you think Brazy might have been playing around the fact that I guess it's hard to say. I mean, maybe he was playing around that he didn't want his Jonah to get bounced, right? If it comes out, it just instantly gets bounced. Whereas if it's going to the bank and it comes out from guy's call, then there's a bit of a difference.
But even if it gets bounced, you just play it again next turn. Like, if you're playing against Shoshana, like, they're not, and like, I don't know. Like, I think the way Brazy plays Shoshana is a little different than what we saw today too. Like, he, like Rye said, usually tries to get a lot of board presence through the curve and stuff. Where like we've seen more of these sustained Shoshana decks.
Yeah.
So it was, I don't know. I think that maybe threw him off too.
It feels like their win condition is trying to like go into fatigue, and when actually it should be played more like a tempo kind of deck,
Yeah. No, it was interesting. But overall, I mean, the matches have been good. Like, we got to see. I didn't think in the first round of a tournament we'd see so many different decks. We literally saw like Iraq make an appearance. We saw 2 Shoshana appearances. Nehemiah got played. I think Lemieux is the least played Paragon.
It has been.
Today.
Yeah, right.
I kind of love it.
Great day.
It's been very refreshing.
This is not a representation for the rest of the tournament. Be prepared for tomorrow. Like, aside from the few Shroud that made it through, it's going to be all Lemieux and Juggernaut Workshops.
Next 2 days, Lemmy heavy.
Yeah, is anyone playing Cathari at all? Have you heard?
Mega.
No Mega tried it.
The only one?
He did not make it, unfortunately.
Oh, he didn't?
He played Naeus.
Okay.
He played Naeus. Yeah.
Okay. I know iRacer, while we were watching the last match, iRacer won 2-0 as well. So that was another top player that made it through to the next round. And I mean, incredible night. You guys did fantastic. Thank you for walking everyone watching through those matches. It's always great to hear your perspectives as those games are going on.
No problem. It was fun. We got to see some cool stuff today.
Yeah, I'm just looking through the matchups for tomorrow, and I'm seeing mostly Lemieux, obviously a lot of Juggernaut Workshop. There are 2 Shrouds that I've seen so far.
Oh,
someone actually running Brand and Nehemiah as their 2 decks, or as their 2
Malander?
Paragons. Which I think it is.
It might be Polo. I think is running Brand and Workshop.
Oh no,
Okay.
it's Kietsugi. Is
Okay.
that? Oh my god.
Kintsugi?
Yeah,
Ryan knows how
yeah,
to
yeah.
I think it's
pronounce his name.
Kintsugi.
I got
Mm.
this,
I think
guys.
it's Kintsugi. No, I don't want to hear Orphan say it in an accent. Like this stream is gonna get destroyed.
It sounds Japanese to me.
I think it is. I think it is. I think it is. But yeah. Look, actually, that's pretty surprising because he is a top like 5 player on ladder. I think
Oh, wow.
he's like
Yeah.
been ranked 2 before multiple times. I think usually like Kavak will like end sometimes rank 1 and he'll sit just under him rank 2 in the ladder or something like that.
Mhm.
He's a very very good player, but he keeps to himself. It's pretty hard to get in contact with him.
Gotcha.
But for someone of that caliber, pulling Shroud, he's got some secret sauce maybe we don't know about.
Yeah, he
Mhm.
definitely knows something.
Yeah, looking
Yeah.
forward to it.
Well,
The
we're gonna get
storylines are
into
starting to come together, man.
yeah.
What are we getting into, Rye?
We're gonna get into brackets. I'm not dismissing our our co-hosts yet, but
No, please.
we're gonna get into brackets. We're gonna get
They don't feed
into
us.
the schedule. But yeah, give big shouts for Muka and Kawa if we could in chat, please. One's in chat for Muka and Kawa.
No, thank you.
Big shouts to you
It's
guys,
an
man.
absolute pleasure.
You guys have crushed it. I was in stitches laughing at you guys doing all this alliteration
Yeah. Oh my god.
behind the scenes.
Clearasil had me dying.
Huge sponsor. Can you believe it? Can you
We
believe
got-
they came
I
through?
can't believe it.
It's
I
a-
cannot
Yeah,
believe
big.
it.
We're the quadfecta of casters right now, and the rest of the
say.
weekend's just gonna bang hard. So
Yeah.
Everyone's talking about it.
looking forward
Yeah.
to
I
it.
love it.
Right,
100%.
right, bringing us back to like 2016 with the dabs as well. I'm like, oh my
Yeah, dude.
What? That's now, isn't that now? Isn't that everyone?
is
Everyone does that
now.
now.
Yeah, sure.
If
Yeah.
the games
Stop.
pan out right, I'm gonna start planking here in a second.
Nice. I don't even know if you probably have a separate camera setup for the plank.
You better
I got a
believe it, brother.
A GoPro at my planking
You
station.
better
I'm ready
believe
to see
it.
I'm ready for the plank cam. Stay tuned, guys. We just gave our producers way more work to set up another plank cam interface.
Tomorrow, you have something to look forward to.
Yeah.
All right, guys,
Well,
it's been a
thank you,
pleasure.
guys.
We'll let you go over to the bracket and the schedule. So yeah,
Likewise.
Yes,
We'll
sir.
see you both tomorrow.
Thanks, guys.
appreciate it.
All right. Well, brackets. Let's do it. Let's see where we sit with things at the moment, huh?
Brackets. What's
Brackets.
cracking?
Brackets, rackets, and fun.
Well, we've been checking in throughout the night, and so we have a lot of these matches have already been either shown by us or we've covered the winner. But let's look specifically at the round 2 matchups.
Yes, sir.
We got Caveman versus Beijing Du.
Another
we also-
exile player.
Mhm.
Who does Caveman play for? Is he in a bond? Or is
Caveman
he
plays
solo?
Caveman plays for Dollar Shave Club, I think.
That's a great call.
I think that's just
Right.
what seems like it would fit, but
Yeah. Funny
no, I
enough, that's tomorrow's sponsor.
yeah, we got rotating sponsors around here.
So we're crushing the sponsorship right now.
Yeah, I think he's unaffiliated as far as I know.
Okay.
Because he's not Midnighters, is he?
I don't know. I mean, if he's a free agent, he might be recruited.
I'll
So,
recruit him. I'll
recruit him to the
into
dungeon, man.
The dungeon. We also got DT 1337, also known as DT Leet versus Nick. We also have Win Condition versus Ivan Flock.
we just saw Win. He took the win tonight.
Mm-hmm. Took the win over Marv. Then we got Poyo versus.
Still waiting.
Yeah, we're still waiting on Malamber and Aldezo.
That's going to be a big match. Both
Mhm.
very strong players.
And then who do we got for the next round 2 in the bottom?
Kartoa Firekeeper. That's a banger. We just saw Kartoa win on stream tonight. We saw Firekeeper in the previous exhibitions. That's going to be head-to-head combat. Our boy Austin White with the flowing locks versus Kintsugi, and that is round 2. iRacer just won a little while ago, is going against Tango from Devmons. And then we have Brazy versus Nixer.
Mm-hmm.
So congrats to Brazy on the win that he just had against Beal. Man, let's look at the schedule. We got 2 more days until the finals.
Yes,
And
sir.
we're going to be here for you. It's going to be the Game Seller. It's going to be Exile with Muka and Kawa bringing you the heat over the next 2 days.
Mhm.
And we got your weekend covered. So tune in with us. And it's a little earlier over Saturday and Sunday.
Mhm.
I have to zoom in here. I can't fully see it. But let's see.
3 p.m. to 8 p.m. EST
There you go.
is what I got right now.
That's your eyes are better than mine. So yeah, a little bit earlier, but we're going to be hanging out. So we hope that you find some time over the weekend to hang out with us. And this has been an Echelon Ardent Arena playoffs. And we are Orphan and Rye from the Game Seller.
That's us.
It's us, man. That was a lot of fun, dude.
Yeah, man. Like we talked about with the Exile Bros, the variety of decks that we saw today was crazy. It was
I was
great.
very happy with it.
It was great to see so many and lots of cards that I didn't expect. Like way more star charts than I thought would be played in these decks, and then collateral damage, like we saw at the very end there. There's lots of variety, and even if the decks get a little bit more mainstream through the next couple of days, I'm hoping we see those little glimmers of tech that the players have put in their decks, because that's the fun stuff to watch, is how people really hone their decks in.
Yeah, dude. I think everyone that we just talked about in round 2, they're bringing the sauce. So I'm sure that we're going to see some variation and some surprises.
Yes,
so,
sir.
If you like surprises,
tune in tomorrow. I want to say thank you to everyone watching right now. Ones in chat, for yourselves. Give yourself a pat on the back. Everyone, just take a second and pat yourself on the back right now.
Exactly.
I'll wait.
Yeah. We'll wait. If you don't, we'll wait.
Thank you also to the sponsors of this. Thank you to the Echelon Foundation. Thank you to Parallel, the guys over there. Us, the Game Seller, and Exile have both been throwing in and casting, particularly the Exile guys putting on the behind the scenes work, making these scenes, making everything smooth, giving us cues. I mean, really
huge props.
Outstanding stuff. So it's been a pleasure to be here with you. We will see you guys once again tomorrow. That's it for us. That's all we got. So go sleep your sweet parallel dreams, and we'll catch you later.
GG's and GN.
Peace.